5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's live.
This is Leicester Till I Die TV. Watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen on your podcast platform.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, good day, goodbye, hello. One of those will apply to you wherever you are in the world. Welcome along. It is the Watchalong show. It's FA Cup third round day. It's probably one of the best days in the footballing calendar. You can forget your league troubles if you've got them, and obviously we have at the moment, and you can take your mind off it. What's the saying? Go big or go home? I think Rude's taken that to heart today. We've got all the team news coming up, and I'm joined by Tom straight after this. Before we start, let me just say, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. And if you're not new to the channel, but you haven't, please do that as well. That is totally free of charge, as is smashing the likes, and that does help the channel. It gets us seen on channels that haven't subscribed. So if you can do all that, I would absolutely have your children for you. Tom, normally I refer to you as the missing member of ZZ Top. Today, I think you're probably the missing member of the Hair Bear bunch. How are you doing, mate?
Mate, I ran off camera a minute ago to try and wash it and damp it down, but I've been windswept this morning, running around trying to do some errands, and IT issues as usual for me at the moment. So here I am on mobile for you, mate.
You've got to say, what's all this 5G shit? You know,
I sometimes see something called 2G in my town. It's like a rare artifact from the Egyptian times, but it's all I seem to pick up. So it's fascinating where I live.
Well, you will live in the countryside.
That's the only place will have me.
Well, that's a fair point, to be honest with you. You know, I mean, I have to say that all the talk, I mean, that today's match was in doubt because of ice and what have you, and we've had snow and you know, I mean, when I was a kid, you know, your snow was up to your chest. You still fought your way through to school. These days, if there's half a millimetre, the schools are all shut. But I've literally got bright sunshine outside my window, and I can't appreciate it because next to me there's another block of flats, and the sun bounces off one of their windows straight into here and blinds me. So I've got this huge film light on here with the curtain shut, and I'm like, God, I can't even enjoy it. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. It's very difficult. It's the British dream, isn't it? You know, you get a little bit of sunshine, but you've got the great dystopian environment we live in nowadays.
Exactly. Craig is in. Hello, mate. Yep, I win, and we hope we win as well. And George is in. Hiya, George. How the devil are you, sir? Right. Well, first of all, I was doing it quite last minute, so hopefully it's worked. And I have to say, it is looking very positive at the moment. Yes, it is. I'm just going to find where to put it. Right. So, won't mean an awful lot to us, but this is the starting lineup for QPR. There's a couple of the one name that sticks out for me there is Chair. Obviously, he had, we were linked with him, or fans would have liked us to sign him a couple of seasons ago. But they've made 6 changes. They've swapped their goalkeeper, both centre backs, and 3 of their front 4. So they've really made the changes.
Yeah, I imagine they've probably got a few more fixtures to worry about than we do as well. So they've got a few extra games in the Championship, haven't they? That Lars Chair's an interesting character. He's like a new Adel Trapp for them, isn't he? Because he's a bit of an interesting character off the pitch. He had a bit of legal trouble, I believe, in Belgium last year or something. I'm sure it's all probably been resolved nowadays. But he is a talent and he's a danger man for them, Chris. So he's well pointed out there.
And Ronnie Edwards is also in their team. He was linked to centre-back that was linked with us last summer. Then again, who wasn't? He's on loan from Southampton, so he makes his first start. But look, I did a show yesterday. I don't know if you had a chance to see it at all with Craig. And the way that I'm taking the previews now is it's such a pain to try and get fans from the opposing channels on, and when you do, and you finally speak to them, like I've said to you the other day when I was looking for people, it can't be that hard to string a sentence together, but apparently in some parts of London it is. So I've decided for this channel moving forward that it'll be me and Craig for the preview, and Craig at 6:00 on Fridays picks his starting 11. And I must admit, I thought he'd picked a very, very good team. It was a mix of youth. Alves was in there, and Golding. Do you remember we signed him in the summer?
Yeah, Joseph at right back, which I thought was a very good shout as well. It's funny, I really agreed with Craig's team, Chris, because it was back to the conversation we had on the Monday, where I said I wanted to see a mix of the two, really. But as we see today, Ruud's gone pretty strong out, which I don't disagree with either in the circumstances.
Craig made a very good point yesterday, and obviously you've seen the show, but he made a very, very good point that when you look at our last 5 games, take out the Wolves result, because that was just bloody awful. We played Newcastle, we played Liverpool, we played Manchester City, and we played Aston Villa. Newcastle in the Champions League and haven't lost since they played us. And they've put 4 goals past a few teams. Liverpool are champions. Champions in waiting, shall we say. Manchester City are champions, and Aston Villa are a Champions League team. So looking at those fixtures, if we were honest at the start of the season, we probably wouldn't have expected an awful lot from them anyway.
No, I remember I said the same thing on Monday, despite our disappointment, because the thing that's made it more pressurised for us now is Ipswich going and beating Tottenham away, getting points the clubs in and around this realm, which is then puts the pressure down to us and Southampton, all those teams, Chris. But so I think the thing about it is now is to go full strength today is a really good move, in my opinion, in the circumstances, because today could be the game we do have to get a bit frustrated and a bit upset if we don't put in a good performance and we don't see some goals. Because the thing we've been lacking and moaning about and getting concerned about, with that being mentioned about the fact these teams are good, we're still not creating enough. And today against a QPR team, we've got to be looking to create chances. We've got to be looking, in my opinion, to probably put 3 or 4 in the back of the net today.
But again, the point that Craig made, which was a very, very good point, was the performances had improved against Liverpool. Yes, they weren't perfect, let's be honest, but we weren't humiliated by any of those teams, and Liverpool have a habit of scoring 3 or 4. So the performances were improving. So if he makes a lot of changes today, it kind of breaks that rhythm, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. And it's not as if we're being drowned in games the rest of the season, because if we go out today, Chris, we just have the Premier League to worry about anyway. So for me, it makes sense. I like the balance of the two. The thing I would have liked to have seen, like in the round what Craig was doing yesterday on the preview show, would have been 1 or 2 positions where we chuck in someone from the academy just to see if they might be able to take a step into the Premier League squad.
Yes. We've also got no youth players on the bench. So he's really like I said, go big or go home. If we perform badly today, or if we lose today, there's no hiding place.
No, and I think this is going to be one of those, Chris, where some of these players, if they don't put in a good performance today, we've heard rumours about Hamza maybe moving on and other people already. This will probably be last chance saloon. I think the thing about the youth team players is, of course, there was an under-21s game last night, wasn't there?
Oh, was it? Right.
Yeah, there was, because I remember looking into it, because people like Monga have been mentioned. Leicester fans would like to have seen him maybe on the bench at least. And I was thinking, why not put him to start? Because we might need the 15 million quid Man City want to spend on him. We're not in a position where we can probably hold out with 50 million and progress him ourselves. If we can get 20 million, it'll be really helpful, especially if he's homegrown. But anyway, I think that's made a big influence here, because I think if Ruud felt he could pull one or two of those players out and not disrupt their general progress in the under-21s, then perhaps they would have done that. But it goes back to your argument about the Wayne Rooney thing. Are we being a bit too, mollycoddled about these youth players?
Yeah. No, I do. I get that completely. I didn't realise that game was yesterday. It does kind of throw a spanner in the works for that. But that said, could have put a couple on the bench. I feel, yes, they played yesterday, but come on, look, these are young lads. I'm not going to last 10 minutes on the pitch, but these lads can do 90, and then today maybe come on for the last 10 or something. Look. I get what he's done. I hope it pays off, because let's not forget we've got Vardy, we've got Palace on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then I forget who it is that we've got the weekend.
Bring it up, mate. I've lost track of who it is as well, to be honest.
So we've got, the games are, it's like being back in the Championship, isn't it? But so I just hope, look, in Ruud we trust. Let's not get too mad. Look at last week, everybody moaned about Luke Thomas being in the team. Yeah. And yet, to me, he was my man of the match.
Yeah, he was fine, and I think this is it now. I think it's a case of Ruud has got to give them opportunities, to see them in the play on the pitch. It's funny because we talked about Edouard a lot, haven't we? And about how we might be sending him back. We're obviously not that keen on him. It's very apparent to me, looking at his history in football, he's obviously not a very good trainer, like a Dele Alli. Not someone in training who's probably going to put any work in at all. But for whatever reason, if he plays a game, he might score you a couple of goals. The problem is nowadays, of course, there's a lot of managers who don't think like Neil Warnock and then go, well, we can get around this. They've all got to show the work rate and effort. Yeah. I completely agree. So I'm not saying we should chuck him in because, irrelevant of how he does in training. But I'm saying I'm just trying to work out as to why we're in this position, Chris.
I think the thing with Edouard is that really sticks in mind is the fans are going, please don't send him back. And the club have said, we don't want him back. Yeah. And what does that tell you? Do you know what I mean? And
he had a reputation at Celtic. He was a top goal scorer, but there was a reason the clubs weren't buying him then in that moment, because he had a reputation.
Well, also, being good in Scotland doesn't mean, occasionally you're going to get the Kenny Dalglishes of this world, etc. But generally speaking, and look at, for those of us that are old enough to remember the Craig Levein years, he brought quite a few Scots players down that maybe weren't even up to Championship level. So no disrespect to him, but, look at that. And like you said, there was probably a reason we didn't buy him. Justin starts again.
Yeah,
I'm just a bit worried with Justin that we're going to be in the same situation that we were with Daka last season.
Yeah.
And that is, how many bad games do we let them have? And we have got the option of, what was he called? Joseph was it Joseph?
Yeah.
The young right back. Yeah. Who, let's be honest with you, as I said yesterday, can't do any worse than Justin. No. I'm worried that we're going to end up with Justin with the Daka situation last year, where when he was taken off against Plymouth, he had the weight of the world on his shoulders. I thought he was going to burst into tears. And that's not fair on the players. And look, I know we haven't got a lot of choice, but if worse comes to worse, again, stick Chowdhury there. He has played there in the past. And again, you've got to argue, could he do any worse?
Well, exactly. That's it, and I agree with this. This is the one thing I stand out and agree with you on. I think maybe we should have tried to find a way to at least rest Justin today. But like you say, I mean, hopefully today it won't be as intense for him. I mean, ultimately QPR are turning up there with a lot of fans today, and they're really up for this. I think they've sold out the away end. So it's going to be pressure and it's going to be difficult. Let's just hope his history in the FA Cup because really helps. He normally plays quite well in the FA Cup, and maybe I don't know, the game that revitalizes him. Maybe it's what he needs. But
yeah, I mean, when we first got QPR, well, I think about it, I was actually at the bottom of the Championship. It could be a potential banana skin pout, but since then they've gone on this. They're unbeaten in sort of 5 or something ridiculous, and they're up to 13th. And I've put this on the promo stuff. QPR will be looking at this and thinking, we can actually get something. This is the strongest team that Leicester have got. They're putting it out. If we can get at them and score the first goal, their confidence will crumble. The crowd will get on the backs. Yeah. They must be looking at this and thinking, this is the game we can win.
It's a very similar tie to when we had Millwall under Claudio, isn't it? Where we were in a dodgy form at the time, and all of a sudden you're a scalp. Especially at that time when we were Premier League champions as well.
Yes.
But and then Forest did a similar thing with us under Rodgers, didn't they? So we are a scalp to this team, and this team would really. I think it would really boost them in their entire season. So they'll be really up for this, but it's also what you want. And this leans back to the argument about team selection, doesn't it? I said we needed to kind of have a combination of at least a few players that are going to play going forward week on week because we need with the attacking movement better. We can't just rely on doing the Cooper method of defending and defending better than what he did, which is what we've really looked like we've been doing so far. And also, don't forget, it's Jamie Vardy's birthday today, isn't it? So
it is. 38, yes.
38. So I believe if anyone's going to score a goal today, guys, hopefully the man himself, eh?
Yeah, he'll be having a party, as they say. FaZe is back in. No Vestergaard even on the subs bench. So I'm guessing he's picked something up. Justin's in, which worries me. Look, I'm not Justin's biggest fan, but at the moment, Rude has a role for him, and it's that speed that he's got that Cody and Vestergaard don't have. And Christensen, he obviously was he's good enough to start with Thomas on the bench.
Yeah, it's funny with the defence, isn't it? Because I look at the FaZe selection, and I thought he'd go with FaZe today, but then there's other times he's not been on the bench recently, and I'm thinking, if we're looking for someone who's just a bit more of a ball-playing defender, why don't we just put...
I think he's frozen, everybody.
Oh, sorry, I'm back. Sorry about
You're back. Yep, you're back. Yes, from outer space. And he's gone again. This is Tom doing his Peter Crouch impersonation. I think he's gone altogether. I think we might have to wait for him to reload here. But I'm just at the same time trying to get a feed, if I should say. Tom, I think you've gone, so maybe if you want to go off and come back in again. There we go. Let's let's see if he can get back on. I mean, this weather at the moment is just Fulham. What context is that? Oh, well, wait a minute. You've agree we need a victory for our team confidence, but why not include a few youngsters on the bench to play when we put this game away? Yeah, I mean, I made the same point, Jim, and you're quite right there. But look, he's gone big. How often? Look, managers can't win. How often have we complained? Because we have never had a big enough squad where the B team, if you like, or the non-regular players are good enough to start. Let me just bring the Hair Bear bunch back in. Won't be a second. There we go. And he's back.
Mate, my apologies. You literally jinxed it.
No, don't apologise. I could go just as easily as you do. But yeah, just answering Jim's point there, which I think we said. But how often do we complain when a manager puts out a weakened team?
Yeah, I mean, it's horses.
You can't win, can you?
No, you can't. But then, like, I mean, let's be realistic. This isn't the Leicester City team or 2 or 3 years ago where we might have had like a few of these players like Barnes, in the academy. We could pop up. Will Thomas at the time who was coming through, Iverson, and that shows you how the mighty have fallen in some ways, because we've lost a lot of depth now, especially in our academy. And it's just difficult, Chris, with that in mind. And the thing I found difficult this week is watching Ipswich making all these signings, like Jadon Filoni from Aston Villa, and thinking, God, he's a nice player, isn't he? And seeing things in the press like Sunderland might be about to spend £20 million in the Championship, and just my mind is blown by the financial state.
It is. But I think I put a post out that we should hear Monday, Tuesday about the PSR.
Yeah.
I think somebody from the Daily Mail, one of the reports on the Daily Mail said, look, we're being investigated for the PSR, and they're wondering, do we find them a lot of points or not so many? And then we suddenly go out and splash 20 million quid on a player, and they're going to say, you're taking the piss. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but, and it's Fulham we got the following week. Jim's very, very kindly shown that we don't know what we're talking about. Winks and Samari. Again, look, I have no problem with that. That's your strongest two, isn't it, in defence?
I think.
Yeah, and then you've got El Canus, Mavididi, and Brunette and Vardy up front. Like you say, you can't say that he hasn't, gone big.
Well, that's it, and hopefully we can get 2 or 3 goals early, Chris, and get some positive forward momentum, Really, it's a free shot for us today, but it's one of those games that if we do end up losing it and we end up having a really off day, then it's worse than us losing to Aston Villa last week. It really is, and I think it will really stoke the fires up.
It depends on the performance, yes. I mean, if we're just having one of those days where we're hitting the bar and just missing it, or, it's deflected out, then like you kind of say, well, look, it's the FA Cup and what have you. I'm going to ask you this question because I asked this of, as you would have known, I asked this of Craig yesterday. Because to me, again, all right, let's say we lose 3-0 and we play bloody awful. I'll be going mad after the match. You know me, I don't hold back in that post-match reaction. It's an instant reaction. That's the idea with it. I will be a little tad annoyed, shall we say.
Yeah.
But a little bit, we're saying like, we can concentrate on the league now, that old backup. So the 3 options were that we'll have a run and we'll get to either the quarter, which isn't difficult to get to the quarterfinals if the draw is good for you, a quarter, semi, or a final without winning, but we get relegated.
Yeah.
Winning the FA Cup, but we get relegated. Or QPR trouncing us, but we end the season up in 17th. Which of those 3 would you take?
I'd take option number 3, which is QPR trouncing us today and us staying in the Premier League. And my reason for it is...
That's a bit of role reversal from our normal Monday night show, isn't it?
This, mate, I like it, mate. I like it. Yeah. This is the thing about it, We're getting that rapport going about it all as well. But I think financially for us, that is the biggest problem right now. And we already took a loan out this year, I think, for 180 million quid or something for next year's TV rights revenue. So on top of PSR challenges, on top of getting relegated and having the points book thrown at us by the Football League, we'll also have to probably an extra load of money we got to write off, which we probably haven't got money to do. So it is crucial, honest to God, it is crucial we stay in the Premier League just for the money alone.
Yeah, no, that was what I was saying, wasn't it? I mean, if we go down, I love the Championship. I really, really did. It was proper football. I said earlier, there's no VAR between Liverpool and Accrington, and Robbie Fowler, the commentator that was interviewing before the game, I don't know if you saw it, said, like, you look over at the linesman, you look at the referee, you celebrate. And Robbie Fowler said, oh, yeah, it's good, isn't it, if we could only get that back. That's an ex-player speaking. But, if we go down, it isn't just a case of... if we were going to go down on a normal season, I'd say, sod it, give me another FA Cup win.
Yeah.
But if we go down, I honestly don't think we'll get back for another 10 seasons.
No, this is my... Yeah.
Yeah, because we're going to get the book thrown at us. We're going to be points deduction. We're going to get management controlled, whatever the phrase they use for it. And we'll have to sell most of our good players, if not all of them. So we could be down there for quite a while. Rood would probably walk if that was the case, because in fairness, I think he's probably got better than, he's better than that. And that's the worry. That's why, to me, it's so important to stay up.
Yeah, the only redeeming light I can see if that ever happened is we get Nigel Pearson back, hopefully, if he was up for the job. But then that's probably me living in the past, romanticising about something.
I think you are living in the past, because I have to say, I know he's come back once already, but look, Craig Shakespeare, R.I.P.
Yeah,
when he split from Craig Shakespeare, he was never as good.
Like
when Martin O'Neill split from John Robertson before he passed, they had some time apart. He wasn't as good, Brian Clough without Taylor wasn't, and that's my worry, And
I do. It was more of a funny point, mate, than a serious one.
Right? I wasn't sure. You weren't giving me any clues there.
It was an indication of the rebuild we would have to face if we do go down. Because, like you're saying, I think it would be that sort of a job. We need to start at that level again. It would be very difficult.
Yes. Dino is in. Hi, Dino. How you doing? George, afternoon, Uncle Chris. I'll take Uncle. She's not my niece, by the way. Can I just say that? Or he's not my nephew. No, it's a woman, that, because of the way she spelled Georgie. So, but I'll take Uncle over Grandad. Let me put it that way, which I'm probably old enough to be. And Dean, who says, let's do this today. Sorry, you were going to say...
No, I just said I'm glad she wasn't calling you daddy, because that's a bit of a different thing. But there we go.
Yes, still there. Moving quickly on.
Phone there, sorry.
Right, yeah, that's thrown me a lot, that one has. We have been linked with this right back from Palmer, I think it is, isn't it? I put this out last night. Look, Leicester are they're never quick at actually confirming things, and I do think that PSR is just hanging over us a little bit, but it's Koulibaly, not the one that was known before, apparently, according to Craig, but a right back. He's 25 now. I've got to say, there's no way that this player would have come to us if Cooper had been in charge, because he's under 30.
Well, yeah, exactly. He's okay, I think. I get worried a bit about these sort of signings at this sort of age, because the last time we did this, we signed players like Tete, didn't we? And it was a little bit desperate. We ended up getting relegated. So hopefully a bad feeling, and because I don't have any logic behind it, because I've not really seen enough of him as a player. But the shame of it that we didn't get this done a week ago, because he could have been playing today and Justin could have been having his rest, and it could have been a nice introduction to football for him.
So the thing is, he's a right back. He's only a right back. It's not like Justin, where technically on his CV he can play either side, but he's better to me on the left. He's not one of these players that can, he does. That's his job, right back. And if he can do that and just concentrate on that, like you say, it does give us the other options of either Christensen or Justin, and swapping them around and what have you. Yeah, Tete, who'd have thought? I always think if you're going to have a Brazilian, play him down the centre. Yeah,
exactly. That's right. Straight line, mate. Straight line.
Straight line, straight down the centre. I wasn't sure whether you'd got that or not.
No, what I could say about going too far.
He wasn't a cut above the rest, was he?
No, I think he's a bit trimmed back, mate.
Yeah, this is it. We could have shaved something off his price if we'd bought him.
Stay with the guys on this channel. We get more hair references as the day goes along, especially when we look at my face.
Yeah, well, this is true.
I might shave my beard at half time. It's getting a bit too long now, Chris, isn't it?
And did you say paint your beard?
No, shave it. Just
they said paint. Yeah, I thought, I go for the blue. Dye it blue.
Hey, if we make the FA Cup final guys, I will put blue in it and gold and silver, all right? I mean, we'll probably be getting relegated, so it'll be a bit of a weird party, but I'll do it.
No. If we win today, you've got to do that.
Against QPR, Chris, we should be beating QPR. Come on, Against QPR, I'm going to get very angry in the post-match if we don't win.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm going to be getting way, way angry, but but look, this is Leicester. Scott is in. Hi, Scott. How are you doing? Nice to see you, mate. I don't know whether I'm happy that Rude has taken this seriously, which maybe shows his intention of trying to do well in the Cup, or possibly a bit naive for such a strong squad. We said earlier you weren't in. I just think it's a case of continuity, because we have seen performances improve. And look, he's talking long term as well, and I think, if we were to put the youngsters out and maybe scrape through, because of course there's no replay, so it's extra time and pens. If we did, but then we went on and struggled and played badly against Palace, we could argue, well, the players were just getting on, and then, why change things when it's going well for you?
Well, exactly. This is it, isn't it? But this is what I was saying all week, and my thoughts about this game all week were leaning towards was that it's not the year we're in Europe. We've not got a League Cup run. It's all done. We've got Premier League and this. So we might as well just utilise it in the right way, as almost like a friendly, Chris, a free shot. But we're not going to play players who are going to be irrelevant. We're going to use it as a chance to really reinforce what they're doing on the training pitch. And like I say, less backwards passing, guys. We need to be doing more things positive. Chris, in training, like after that game the other week against Villa and Newcastle, I'd literally told them, you can pass back once. If you pass back more than that, I'm going to fine you. You've got to turn forwards and pass forwards.
Is that what he said, was it? Wow.
No. What I would have done.
What you would have done. Sorry, I'm going to say that's rude.
Yeah,
but Scott's just said, I thought he was going for a Dumbledore impersonation. Yes, indeed. Talking of the Harry Potter link there, obviously Potter's back in management finally. Gone to West Ham. Moyes has gone to Everton. I don't know what there's about them two and us two. There are a lot of rumours that we'd approached him 3 times, but when he was interviewed, because he was at one of the matches, wasn't he? That was on Amazon, and he was at the ground, and he said, "Don't believe everything you read in the paper." I don't think we went back for him this time. I think he turned us down twice, and I think because of the speed that we got Rude in, I think it was Rude that we'd been speaking to for those 2 weeks during the international break. But I was glad to. I'm pleased to see Villa win, but I did put out a tweet last night. Well done, Villa. What a shame for Potter. #not.
Mate, just one more time for the chat and for the audience. Can you say Lopetegui one more time? Because now he's gone, you're not going to have to.
Did you mean Floppy Loppy?
Floppy Loppy, mate. Get it all out. Lopetegui. Honestly, mate, give it.
Lopetegui. But I prefer Floppy Loppy.
Thank you very much, Floppy Loppy. Enjoy your payoff, my friend.
Well, this is it. People, always say, I feel sorry for managers. Why? Because none of them walk away. Sometimes they walk away like Wayne Rooney did at Plymouth and say, we've agreed it mutually because, and in fairness to Wayne Rooney, that was a good thing for him to do.
It was,
But when these managers are sacked, none of them walk away and are going to struggle to put food on the table. And he's frozen again. Keith, just a sidetrack, has gone option 4. Oh, I am so gonna have to screenshot that, because that is that is Tom. That is Tom doing his goldfish impersonation. Right, let's just let me just bring this in. I'm just going to get Kate's thoughts up here. And I'll bring this up, and quickly we'll do this before we kick off. I'm just you've come back, but I just want to get Kate in, and she sent me a video through.
5 minutes to kick off. Shall I head off and try and get my IT issues sorted?
Yes, you do that, yeah, mate. And I'll see you at half time, hopefully. Yeah.
Guys, I've had awful laptop issues. I'm going to try and fix it now. See you in a bit.
Don't worry, mate. Take care. Bye bye. Right, let me just, in that case, do this, and let me bring Kate's thoughts in.
Hello. Ready for a 2 p.m. kickoff today. Thoughts on the team today. We've gone very, very strong, which is really good to see. I think we need some kind of good cup run to set us off on our way and some kind of momentum that we need to build this season. Jamie Vardy, birthday boy, starting. I was quite surprised to see that because there's a big game coming up in the week. So I don't know whether he'll play the full match, but maybe he wanted a birthday goal, who knows. But yeah, I was very surprised to see a full strength team, but I think we do need a win. We need a win in any way it comes, really. FA Cup's important to us. We're former winners, and yeah, we need to just get some cohesion and some confidence in this team that are arguably going to start most weeks. Disappointed not to see Will Alves. I thought he might get included, and I thought Luke Thomas deserved a second start in succession after his great performance at Villa Park, but in Rude we trust. It's still a decent team. I would hope that we can do the business against QPR today, but who knows. But I'm going for Leicester 3-1.
3-1, confident there from Kate. Right, I'm just going to go away. I will be back in a few minutes, but I'm just going to try with 5 minutes to go to try and find a stream that I can watch. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go away. Okay, guys, I'm still trying to get a stream here, so I can watch snooker. I can talk to you. I can talk to you about golf. I can give you a Swedish game, Ajax. I can give you everything here, and I know we've kicked off probably now. I do apologise. It's because it's not a Premier League game. Usually, when you're watching streams, they tend to start a few minutes just before the game kicks off. You know, if you go in too soon, it's not even on the radio either. So I've lost Optus. There we go. I don't know if this is going to work or not. There's only one way to find out. It's saying Leicester, but then there's no. And I'd take it in. I'd take it in Portuguese at the moment. Cheers, Jim. I will try that. So it's on ESPN. which I don't think is something we have. So at the moment it is still 0-0. We got an early free kick there. Hello, Tom's back. Don't know if he was expecting to be back or not. Hello.
Hello, mate. All right.
Yeah, you logged back in.
I have. Yeah, I'm just going to mute this. You don't need to hear this. Hang on. There we go. Look, have you got your link?
No. Well, there's links saying, but it's just not showing me, which could be.
Oh, I was going to say. Well, check your messages for me, mate, and I better log out because it's slowing my thing down. All right.
Oh, okay, mate. No problem.
I'll see you at half time.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Yeah. I've just committed another foul of Queen's Park Rangers. Let's try it on this side. Bear with me, guys. I apologize. Yeah, our Wayne is struggling to get a link as well. We will keep you up to date with what's going on. The joy of the FA Cup, eh? Mad? No, it's not on TV. Leicester City 1, QPR 0. It's an early goal for James Justin, would you believe, after everything we've been saying. It's 1-0. 1-0. 1-0 after 8 minutes. Leicester City 1. And let me just update this here. James Justin, would you believe it? Whoa. Well, that's a good start. Of course, that now means that they need 2. So James Justin, right-footed shot from the centre of the box following a set-piece situation. It was a free kick that Buenete had won after 7 minutes after a Varane foul, and we scored. Jolly good, James. Always said James Justin. What a great player. In fairness, I do love James. I just prefer him on the left. Here we go. Should I say this, do you think? I had this ready just in case. What do you think? End it now! End it now! But it is Leicester City 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0. We need it ending now. I think what you're saying is, Wayne, I agree with you totally. But what we're saying is that, for me, I love him, but I just don't think he's a right back. I know it's on his CV, but he would be an emergency right back. For me, it's him or Christensen on the left. You go for Parliament, Chris. Too funny. Thank you. I couldn't. Exactly, Wayne. Exactly. So it is 1-0. Please. And the corner for Leicester City conceded by Kenneth Powell. They've made a few changes. Maybe they've got different what's the word? For different priorities than the FA Cup at the moment. So we'll try and talk you through the game. Kind of lost me there, Wayne. What usually happens with this, it usually comes on about 30 minutes into the game, which is annoying. Wayne, I agree with you. I agree. Jim just says, I think Rude had the fog piped in so we can sneak in. Is it foggy there, is it? Is it foggy? I can't bloody see a thing. And thanks for the thing is, though, it's not letting... Unfortunately, I've got quite a lot of protection on my computer. So sometimes it comes up with sites that it doesn't allow me to watch. So, Beto for Queen's Park Rangers wins a free kick. It's in his own half, though. So it shouldn't be too much trouble for us. I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. I've done this before. Bear with me. Let me just put my bra on. With my moves, I need a bra, I'll tell you. Right, here we go. Apparently, James scored the goal. So Larchik goes. It was James who scored, but apparently Vardy was there as well. So 1-0. (1987), the last time these two teams played. Mr. Larchik was taking a kick, long ball upfield. Yeah, QPR beat us last season at the King Power. I hope this is okay, everybody. By the way, it's as good as we can do at the moment. I hope we don't just sit on this, and I hope that we go and try for a second and put the game to bed. Share on the far side for Queen's Park Rangers. Oh, hit the post there. QPR still have it. Jamie Vardy appealing for a pullback there. So close there for QPR, hitting the post. Good defending, though, there by Leicester. 1-0 still. Thank you, Dino. Oh, don't say we're winning a game and it's going to get cancelled or called off. That'd just be our luck, wouldn't it? Yeah, message it me, Ronald. Thank you. "17 minutes we're in." "1-1. 1-1. Queen's Park Rangers have equalised. Stunner by apparently into the bottom corner. 1-1. That didn't last long, did it? Jonathan Varane, right-footed shot from outside the box into the bottom corner. What the hell is our defence doing? "1-1. Well, that lasted 10 minutes. Told you we should have ended it. We should have listened to Donald. We should have listened to Donald. Leicester pretty much in control. They had 53% possession, 2 shots to QPR's 1. But QPR starting to... well, we did. We let QPR back into it. Bad pass from Winks, was it? Giving it away again, Leicester. Walsh playing it out from the back for QPR. Throw in to Leicester. So Birmingham are leading Lincoln 2-1 in the FA Cup. Oh, they beat them. That's full-time score. Hiya, told you. How you doing? Walsall have beat in Tranmere 5-1. Wolves beat Bristol City 2-1 in the FA Cup. So, I mean, look, we know that Rood has gone strong here. So it's not helping my mood that the guy that's the co-commentator QPR got a free kick here. I wonder if this fog might end up getting the game cancelled. Winks defending on the penalty spot there. Bar's going out. He passes it out to Christensen. Still in possession here. QPR, yeah, QPR definitely on top as we speak at the moment. So up to Daisy. Tony, thank you, sir. It is foggy, isn't it? I don't think. And how the hell can you see where the ball is? Tony, thank you very much, sir. I don't know what I'll be able to report on here because it's cleared. Although it's only because it was a close up. That was Justin with the throw in. 25 minutes gone. So Leicester are all in blue. And of course, kicking left to right. Somebody's got the ball on the far side. Absolutely no idea who it is. Plays it into the box. I think that might have gone out for a corner. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they're allowing this to go on. I can see Vardy. It's better when they go close in on the players. I don't know. I don't know if the fans will be able to see much of this. QPR on the ball on the near side. They are in all yellow away strip. I think it's better when you're down. I think it's just showing it from high up with the camera going down onto the pitch isn't helping. That's an offside for El Canoes. Oh, I gave away a free kick, in fact. Yeah, I didn't have the clock up, Dino, because I wasn't able to watch anything. So there didn't really seem not much point in it. But I've got one now. Thank you to Tony. Thank you to everybody else who tried to help me there. Really appreciate it. I've got software, security software on, and it wouldn't allow me to look at a couple of them, which I suppose is a good thing. Oh, a shot over there by there was a ball kick out by Salarchik, came straight back at him there, but thankfully was over the top from Coley, number 26. Looks like Hamza Chowdhury on a windy day. Renette is down. He's being helped up by so it's in this near corner, trying to get it upfield. As they managed to do that, nobody closing in on the player for QPR, and they come away. Oh, it's a lovely ball by the QPR midfielder over to the far side, and he's cut on the inside. Oh, that'll go out. Oof! And Salarchik need to have to go up and touch the ball over the bar there. It was a shot from the QPR striker. He cut inside. Was allowed to cut inside. Nobody really closed him down. Then I think it's Jamie Vardy. No, El Canoose, I think, came back, put a tackle in, it came off him and went over. Yeah, I'm on 30 here. So they're coming at us again. At the moment, they really are. They really are playing all over us, our QPR. It's another corner to them. 30 minutes gone, half an hour. It's Leicester City 1, QPR 0. While this corner's being taken, just to go through a few scores. Birmingham 2, Lincoln 1 was a full-time. Bristol City 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Middlesbrough 0, Blackburn 1, Liverpool 4, Accrington Stanley 0. They were all full-time from earlier. The corner comes in. Fog appears to be clearing a little bit. Obviously, all the other kickoffs are at 3 o'clock, apart from us at 2, which I was informed the other day was due to the Tigers playing. Sumare, I think. I can't actually tell you which players are on the ball because it's so bad. The fog is so bad. I can only see when they go in close up. I mean, I could easily get Sumare and Vardy mixed up here. Oh, Christensen there. I think he may have got away with one. No VAR, of course, in this game. There was also no penalties and no replay. Oh, sorry, there is penalties, but no replay. At the moment, I've got to say, QPR are looking the better team. Oh, Leicester player there. Easily. Oh, they're still coming ahead. Oh, and again, it's another corner. James Justin was so easily pushed off the ball there. That was embarrassing. He was trying to defend against the down their left, our right. In fact, it was Jamie Vardy. Sorry, Jamie Vardy. And then Justin came over to help, but it's a corner. It's a long one into the box, and that's over for another corner. At the moment, and this is just like this is who is the Premier League team here? Somebody please tell me. So the corner comes in. Is another corner by chance? 33 minutes gone. This is, I mean, I've got to say, come on, Leicester. Book your ideas up. At the moment, this is looking embarrassing. LCFC forever. Just as you said there, yes. Told you. Yeah. Since we let them get back into the game, it has all been QPR. I'm watching this and I'm looking at this and going, tell me who the Premier League team are, please. I mean, the form team is QPR. And I said this in the preview last night with Craig. I was worried about this. Leicester, no! 2-0! 2-1 is it, yes! Mavadidi, 2-1 to Leicester. 2-1. Mavadidi gets in a lovely move. We've soaked up the pressure. Excuse me. We've had to soak the pressure up. And then finally we get the break. And Mavididi, 35 minutes. It's 2-1. Oh. You couldn't see that coming. That was so against the run of play. I'd love to describe who set it up. It was El Canoes. El Canoes took the ball into the box. Lovely play back to Mavididi. Just side-footed it in. 2-1. Oh, let me just update the score at the bottom.
Go! Back of the net.
Indeed. And as I said earlier, end it now. End it now. There. Come on. I tell you what, look. Yes, I have to. Sorry, Donald, get out the way, Donald. Get out the way. Jesus Christ. It's all about you, Donald, isn't it? It's all about you. I have to say, we were soaking the pressure up. We were being made to look very, very ordinary. But that's what teams do that are doing well. They soak the pressure up, which we did do, and then we hit them on the break. Wayne, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Wayne. Check your email, Wayne. Greg, I've been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks, let's get Cannon back. Why have we got lumbered with Edward when we sent Cannon out? But unfortunately, I think he's played enough games that means we can't recall him. He had to play a certain amount of games. Whoa! Oh my God! Oh my fucking God! What the hell was that? The Lorchik and the defenders playing it out from the back, and the guy, it ended up with, I presume it was Justin, played it back into what was literally an open goal. Thank God Stelarchi was awake. But Leicester at the other end. Cross comes in, it's a header. 3-1! Brunetti! Yes, indeed. From one end when we nearly threw it away, right up the other end. Oh, Mavididi getting the cross in. Absolutely. Brunetti, having just set it up for Mavididi, takes the pass from El Canoes. It's a lovely ball through. El Canoes gets it, chips it into the box. Oh, and he just jumped up. He started the move off, in fairness. It went down to El Canoes, who chipped it into the box, and there was Brunetti running in. Vardy stood behind him, but Brunetti was there. And it's 3-1. It is 3-1. What a goal. What a performance. Maybe this is what we need. Will this kickstart our season now? That is the question. I can't believe that. 1 minute we nearly keep giving it away at one end, and the next minute we're going up the other end and scoring. If they dare to cancel this game now because of the fog, I will go mad. A conference booster. I don't mean a confidence booster there, Greg. We want 4. Boom, boom, boom. Was it Cody? Sorry, Helen. Like I say, look, I can't. I mean, look at the fog there. You can't see a bloody thing. Wayne, check your email, mate. It is brilliant. 4-2. I'm not sure. I'll take 4-1. I don't want to concede another one. Leicester now coming away again. Leicester playing with that bit of confidence now. That, of course, having that... Oh, lovely overlap. Oh, and he's out for a corner. That's going to be a corner. We're playing with the confidence now that this gives us. As in fairness, you would expect. But I've got to say, those last the two goals, I didn't see the first one, but or the QPR goal, but those second and third Leicester goals, also it was a goal kick. Justin now, harrowing his player and winning it. Oh, he's given a foul away. That's a shame because Vardy was in on goal. But this is well. Look, we've got to say. Well, at least Prashant, thanks to Tony, and thank you so much, Tony. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Jim, you're right. I mean, look, let's say QPR here are probably on a balance with Wolves and Ipswich. They should be playing with confidence. They've not lost in 5, and I'm going to say that this is not an easy game for Leicester. QPR are coming at us. Apart from that one goal that we conceded that I didn't see, we've actually soaked up the pressure very, very well. Oh, Mr. Winks, Mr. Winks, that was cheeky. Running back towards goal, he got the player all over him, stands on the ball, turns around, and the QPR player goes forward, and Winks just goes the other way. Oh, it's a ball over the top. I'm not sure if we got it. Gone out for throw into Leicester, I think. Greg, look, we picked a team. Well, last night in the preview, Craig picked a team, and I had to say I agreed with him 100%. It had Alves in there, it had Joseph as right back, and it had although Justin scored obviously, and it had Golding in midfield as well. So yes, I agree, but Craig did make the point, and it's a very, very good point as Cody just passes it back to Sir Archie, who boots it upfield. We played so well in the last 3 games. Yes, Aston Villa, Man City, Liverpool, 3 Champions League teams. We played better. Although we lost them, we played better. And because we played better, I can see why he's done this. It was a point I didn't realise it. I've got to give credit to Craig for this. He said, like, you want to build that confidence. It would have been so easy to stick the players, you know, a lot of youth players in there, but then we would have been in the position of breaking up a team, not a winning team, but a team that's playing better. 43 minutes gone. I don't know if I'll be able to tell you what the injury time will be. I'm guessing it might come up on the screen. They're coming forward. Really don't know what happened to Golding. I mean, the conspiracy theory that was put out the other day about we only sold KDH. We said if you want Enzo, you have to take KDH to help us with our PSR. They may say, well, all right, we'll do that, but you've got to take Golding because that helped them with theirs. Throw in now for number 22 for QPR on this near side, just inside their own half. 44 minutes on the clock. I tell you what, though, Greg, I wouldn't bring them on yet. It's 3-1, but QPR are looking very, very... what's the word I'm looking for? Very, 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 very good. That's probably the word. Good. And dangerous. That was the word I was trying to get. They are looking dangerous when they go forward. We're dealing with it at the moment, but you know, I'm happy. I'm happy with the team he picked. He's gone big. They say go big or go home. He's gone big. At the moment, it's paying off. James, how do, mate? Yeah, well, happy New Year to you. You've had a very good New Year, haven't you? Are you happy with David Moyes? One of my choices for the Leicester job, but he didn't want a relegation battle apparently. But I think obviously, good defending there by Justin, putting it out for a throw in on this near side. I think the lure of Everton. Yeah, Jim, 100%. I agree with you. Two minutes injury time. Thank you very much. I think Tom's a little bit ahead of me because he's come in now, which makes me think it will stay like this until half time. No problem, mate. So, 3-1. Looked good when we were 1-0 up. Didn't look so good when we went 1-1. Oh, a long throw there from Leicester on the far side, but it's headed back into the mix. And it's a throw in now to QPR, almost level with the penalty box. The 18-yard box on the far side. No, it's a bit further down. It's halfway into our half now, by the time we'd actually taken it from the right position, which I can't see because of the fog. I'll be with you very, very shortly, Tom. And it's a goal. What were we saying? 3-2. 3-2. Wow. This game, 2 minutes into stoppage time, we switch off, give the ball away by the look of it. Oh my God, that was FaZe! FaZe totally asleep. Winks plays it back to him. FaZe was just asleep. Get that player out of my club now. What a complete and utter tofter. What is he even doing? And now it is half time. Let me just update this score. I cannot believe FaZe switched off there totally. Totally. Oh. I am absolutely pissed off. At 3-1, we should have been putting this game to bed. And then Wout FaZe, the Belgian bastard, what was he doing? What was he doing? Waste of fucking space. Totally. We're going to get Tom in straight after this. I think we should be doing that, shouldn't we, Tom?
A little bit, mate, perhaps, yeah. Well, what an interesting first half of football. But may I say, firstly, when we talk about elite managers in the game, like Guardiola and Klopp, can we mention Van Nistelrooy? Putting fog around the stadium so the other team can't see what they're doing is a fantastic idea to stop them scoring goals.
But it hasn't stopped them.
No, it hasn't. It just made me go and trim my beard, mate. I was doing it when the Leicester third goal went in because I was getting such Harry Potter vibes from the scene. I was like, this is a sign you've got to trim it, mate.
I mean, let's have a look here. Wink short on the pass as well. Yeah, but I'm sorry, FaZe. He allowed the player to run in behind him. If he wasn't stood there having a wank, he'd have known what the player was doing behind him. FaZe, just get out of my club. You are fucking useless. FaZe, when he was playing for Belgium, got 0 points rating off his own press. That's how bad he is. What is he doing being picked? Okay, Vestergaard might be injured. I don't know. He's not even on the bench. Stick a Coley on. I'll stand there. I could just stand there. I'm that big and not, just block shots. That's all I'd be able to do. But I would be able to do more than Wout FaZe. Tell me I'm being unfair.
No, you're not, mate. The most positive thought I got is at least he's on the pitch, so anyone who wants to buy him might want to see what he looks like. The downside is he's done something like that. So what you're going to get for him, £1.50 and a packet of skips. I mean, the transfer value is not really there when he performs that way, is it?
No. This is the worry that we're not going to get him out of the club.
Because we need to try and sell him. We need to move him on and sell him to somewhere in France for like 10 million quid or something if we can. But like when he plays this badly, it's just, oh mate, it's awful.
Yeah. FaZe is shocking. How can a supposedly international defender make such a basic error? Cheers, James. I like the sound of this Coley. Look, I didn't see the first 2 goals because it's still not working, my link. I don't know what's going on. So thank you very much to Tony who sent me a link through. Derek says Harry Winks double assist for QPR. But I didn't see, I couldn't see the first goal, so I really can't comment on it. Somebody did say it was a short pass. But that second goal, which I could see, all I will say is that if FaZe have been paying attention, how can you stand there as a defender with an opposing attacker behind you, let him run in behind you and let the ball go past you? What is he doing?
Yeah.
Stick your foot out and put it out for a throw-in or a corner or something.
At that portion of the game, Chris, I was looking at it and I was going, it's really bizarre. I'm not seeing a Premier League team versus a Championship team. I'm seeing a Championship team versus a Championship team because QPR were doing things down the flank and were working past us really easily.
I said quite right, and I think I was fair in saying this. This is the equivalent of us playing a Ipswich, an Everton, a Wolves, a Crystal Palace. They are on a run at the moment, 5 unbeaten.
Yeah,
and they deserve to be in it. Once again, when it was 1-1, that was when I joined, so I didn't see those 2 goals. I had to say, I thought the Premier League team was wearing yellow.
Yeah, it's interesting because they've turned up and they're really into it, and also you can tell they've made good strides forward this last couple of weeks, Chris, because they're playing very well. I think they're very competitive. The work rate's there. The disappointing thing is we saw the 2 goals we scored with Binotte. We showed a bit of Premier League quality there in that moment, but we've not retained the Premier League quality.
Both of our 2 goals, our second and third goals, were lovely pieces of play, and I have to say that when we were under the press, I just say 6 attempts each, 3 on target each. They've got 5 corners, we've got 1, so it's pretty even. 48%, 52% possession to them. So it's a pretty even game. In fairness, when you look at the stats. Sorry, they just came up on the screen, so I needed to run for those before we went off. But yeah, both our goals, we were soaking the pressure up so much, but that's what good teams do. Like I say, I know I keep going back to the Liverpool team pre-Man United, but that's what they were doing. They used to soak the
Yeah.
pressure up and said, "Don't worry, lads, we'll get our chance." And that's what we were doing, and then hitting them on the break, and you're like, yes, you know.
Yeah, how much better is Mavididi when he's higher up and he's pressing someone and put them under a lot of pressure when tagging up with someone like El Canouse? All of a sudden, it creates an opportunity from nowhere, and so many of our goals have come from things like this season, Chris. And then sometimes we end up like in the first 10, 15 minutes and 20 minutes where we're so deep and we're trying to play out through lines where we've already really messed it up because we're too deep, and we're not willing to kick the ball into touch lane. The thing that concerns me is we still got some bad decision making at the back, and I don't know if it comes from the manager, but there are times where we've been out of position. And we were talking about Winks, and someone in the chat mentioned it. He got caught short basically in the moment because he was the guy they tried to play out to. But the whole system at that point was completely buried in on itself, and the ball needed to be put into touch up the pitch. And so I'm hoping second half we get some better decision making around that, because QPR are really exploiting that, and that can make us vulnerable.
Yeah. Miss Melina, hi, how are you? Welcome along. Thanks for joining us. Always good to see you.
Hope she's enjoying the snow in Toronto. It's snowing.
Well, exactly. I was about to say fellow Canadian there. Maybe she's not enjoying talking about Arsenal after the other night, but we'll move on quickly in fairness to her.
The scary thing is, Chris, supporting the Toronto Maple Leafs is very similar to supporting Arsenal. Very similar problems.
Is it? Right.
Yeah.
But no, you look at our problems, and when you take what you've just said there, it seems to be one person makes a lot of mistakes, James Justin. He kind of has a better game, so somebody else makes the mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
And look, the manager is looking, if what we believe to be true is true, looking at a right back and a centre back. If he was happy with our defence, he's got to look at the right back anyway. We know that. We know we need that. For me, is more important than anywhere else on the pitch.
Well, it's funny, Chris, because like the defensive problem is a big problem for us. Because I was saying to Jim, actually, I had a couple of messages during the game, and we're kind of like we're not quick enough to be able to play over a higher line, and we're not physical enough, like Nottingham Forest, to play over a deeper line. So we're kind of caught in this halfway house between the two. We haven't really got players to do either. So whatever we do in January, we need to make sure we've got an option for the either.
Yeah, but I agree totally. But if we were happy with, and not you saying, is it the manager? If he was happy with his defence, look how many defenders we've got. We're not short on defenders. All right, we've got some injuries there, and we've got the likes of Chowdhury that can come back. Why is he looking for another centre back? Because I think he accepts that the ones we've got are absolutely poo. I mean, look, in an ideal world, Cody and Vestergaard would be 5-6 years younger each, and maybe have a little bit more in the legs. They are good. Yes, they're prone to mistakes, but sometimes it's like Rorke's drift, isn't it?
And you're right, mate. Because 5-6 years ago, they were in like teams like Southampton, who were in 6th place, and they were performing at a high level. But you're right, that's kind of Leicester's problem. And perhaps, no matter how much we love Jamie Vardy, perhaps the idea of Jamie Vardy is part of the problem. We've held on too long, and Didi we've held on too long. We've held on too long, and now we're in this position.
I as a man used to enjoy when I got home from work, before I could have my 4 kids pestering me. I used to go and have a shit and sit on the toilet, take a paper, and that was my 10-minute. But these days, of course, it's TikTok. That's kind of replaced the tabloid papers. And I was watching one of the football blogs, and they were actually interviewing the gentleman. He was assistant manager, so I don't know who the manager was, but he was assistant manager at Southampton. And they got offered Yannick Vestergaard. And him and his manager both said, no, sorry, he's not the player we want. We don't want him. And then they went off to have the season break, off-season break, came back and they signed him. But the manager and the assistant manager didn't want him. But
in some ways,
the owners went and did it.
Yeah, in some ways, football's too big nowadays. You think these football clubs, mate, they're like retail stores with 300 employees. So there's miscommunications, no doubt. And that's why I believe in old school managers personally who make the transfer decisions themselves. But there we go.
Yeah, I mean, I put a thing up again when I was talking about, we had the thing about Jamie Vardy, and somebody who actually put up saying that I would do anything to get views I was asking the question, is Jamie Vardy past it? I didn't say he particularly was.
No,
I think
it's a fair
that Craig and me came up with the fact of, well, he's not being used to his best of abilities, but he is getting on a bit. But apparently, oh no, you can't criticise Jamie Vardy, they're coming out for the second half, mate.
I was going to say, Chris, the thing is that the time catches up with every man. I mean, there's no doubt we'll always love Jamie Vardy. We'll always love Top. We'll always love a lot of people. But eventually, unfortunately, we will have to leave. And that's the sad thing about life. And hopefully, second half, though, let's get on and win this game, please.
We look good. We look good. At the moment, his plan, and sorry, they're not quite out yet, unless they're out and I just can't see them. The players that are on the pitch at the moment have got the high-vis jackets on. Maybe that's what the team should do.
That's amazing. High-vis kits.
Yeah. Well, I was saying that. Some of the second strips, they have gone that way a little bit, haven't they?
To be fair, if we were playing Man City today, mate, we'd be hammered 7-0 by now.
Yeah, probably. I couldn't think who it was then, but Man City. But at the moment, before, just very, very quickly, last point, I'll let you go. I think when you look at it, Ruud's decision to go with the strongest lineup, I think, is the right one.
Yeah, because imagine what would have happened by now if he hadn't. We might be 3-0 down, mate, because they have played well, QPR, and they're up for it. So you've got to turn up and you've got to meet them on their terms. A fair play to them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, mate, I'll let you go and sort your lead out. Thanks for coming on. I will see you at full time.
See you at full time. Cheers, mate.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks very much there to Tom. He'll be joining us at full time along with Wayne and Jim. Look forward to that. Wayne, did you get my email? Tom, I've got to say a huge thank you to Tom. You really do appreciate what you did there. I think when you're at the ground level, because when they do pictures, from the cameras at the side of the pitch, it doesn't look as foggy. So I think it's just when you're up higher, because obviously the higher you go up, the worse the fog is. But the second half doesn't look to be starting. The moment they're just filling in the holes. Oh, no, the teams are in the... I can see the teams. They're in the tunnel. Oh, shit. FaZe is still on the pitch. Oh, for fuck off, FaZe. Honestly, we might be lucky. FaZe may break his leg early in the second half and have to go off. Would we be that lucky, do you think? Okay, cocky Wayne. Mine will, and I couldn't use Jim's one because of my laptop. Fuck off, FaZe, fuck off, fuck off. But yeah, that should be the new chant. It actually doesn't look any better. Have we kicked off? I think we have. That's how bad I did not even see the kickoff. 3-2 at half time. Let's just go through some of the other half-time scores for you. Well, there isn't any other half-time scores. All the other games have kicked off. There's no Stoke City are 1-0 up against Sunderland after 5 minutes. Full time from earlier. Birmingham City 2, Lincoln 1. Bristol City 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. Middlesbrough 0, Blackburn Rovers 1. Liverpool 4, Accrington Stanley. Who? Exactly. They are Liverpool 1, 4-0 then, which is, let's be honest with you, probably not surprising really when you think about it. 3-2 at this end. Coley, who for QPR, he set up the first goal, scored the second. El Khanous just couldn't get on the end of that forward pass there by Mavididi. 4-2! James Justin again! Seriously? I was looking at the screen there. No, it wasn't. They're playing dangerously out from the back, QPR. I thought for a minute then we'd scored because the ball looked to be in the net and James, it focused in on James Justin, but it was a goal kick. So it's still 3-2. So QPR in the all-yellow strip are playing from left to right. Leicester City in their all-blue home kit are playing towards the cop end, so from right to left in this second half. I, of course, am wearing purple today because that's our FA Cup winning strip. I was going to put my FA Cup winner's hat on, but then it wouldn't have matched the purple. And it's all about matching. You've got to look. You'd have looked at me and gone, Chris, you're not matching today. What are you doing? So I thought, no, wear the hat to match the shirt. Free kick to Leicester, surely. No, it's a throw in. Oh. Well, all I can say is if he comes back to us next... Oh, that was unlucky. Brunetti just couldn't quite get the ball through to Vardy. If he comes back to us next season, he should be fine. And I can't give as good a... well, you might not think it's good. You might think I'm a shit at commentating. But I do struggle to sort of see who's playing who, obviously, with all the fog. Sumare, though, to El Canoes. Turns on the ball back to Mavididi on this near side, looking for help. Gets it from Sumari. I'm all right while it's on this side. Sumari to Mavididi, who tries to go down the outside and loses out. And then the ball's kicked up that. Only as far as Sumari, though. Sumari's got it. Plays it back near to the halfway line. Oh, God, he's giving it to Wout Faes. They are, James. I said this last night. When we drew them in the draw, of course, drew them in the draw, they were bottom, and I thought, well, that's all right. But they've gone on a winning streak, and they're 13th now. Their manager, whose name I cannot pronounce. Mavididi. Christensen here. Leicester City just calming down, not wanting to concede too early. Presuming we don't want to concede at all, do we? Let's be honest with you, but we normally do. Oh, Canoes, lovely ball to Mavididi. Oh, it's a corner. What a lovely ball. Honestly, El Canoes, he is going to be a bloody good player. My God. He had that ball, and it looked like he had nowhere to go. Played it down and said to Steffi Mavididi, go on, son, chase it. And Steffi Mavididi did. And it took a defensive slide from QPR to put it out for a corner. What a lovely ball, though. Steffi Mavididi. Oh, it's handball. Is it handball? It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Leicester City was, as he went down to try and defend it, he put his arm up, hit his arm and went out. It's a penalty. 3-2. Jamie Vardy. Let's hope he has a party. Come on, Jamie. Yes! 4-2. Jamie Vardy's having a fucking party. Get in there. Get your vodka. Get your Charlie. Come along. Join in. It's party time.
Go! Back of the net.
There you go. Vardy sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. And that, I've got to say, that was all down to El Canoes with his lovely pass to Mavididi. As Mavididi went down that side, the ball was nowhere. The ball was played into open space. But it didn't matter. It didn't matter because Mavididi ran round, got onto the end of it, crossed it over in attempting to get the ball off Mavididi. Well, as he tried to cross it, he slid into it, put his hand up, hit his hand, and went out, and it was a penalty. Jamie Vardy, cool as cucumber, sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. I'm enjoying this. For those of you that will remember Maggie Thatcher's last question time when she was being picked on, and she goes, I'm enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this. 51 minutes gone. This has got to be first on match of the day, hasn't it? I think it won't be. I think it'll probably be Liverpool. Now then, can Leicester City? Oh no, it's a good break here for QPR down this near side. Mavididi back doing his defensive duties. But he's beaten. Oh, somebody got his foot in the way. Can't tell who. Now it's been kicked upfield. It's definitely from the half. As you're looking at the pitch from the side, once you get past the halfway line, it's, yeah, I think we're on the ball. No, I think they've now gone. Has it gone out for a cut? I don't know. I can't see what's happening on that far side. Somebody help me, please. Help me, please. Got a bit of Donny Osmond there for you. 52 minutes into the game. That would be hilarious, James. Absolutely bloody hilarious. Indeed. I know what you mean, mate. A birthday, yes, it was. Of course, yes, he's 38 today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jamie. Happy birthday to you. There we go. Goat goal. The magic hat is on. Woohoo! He did. Sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. We do. Elizabeth, hello. What a birthday for him. He might get a blowjob off Rebecca this evening. Birthday present. Did I say that out loud? Anyway. No, it's if anything, it did seem to clear up, but it's gone worse again. That's a free kick to Leicester, I believe, is it? I can't tell. Buonette was down. I'm better than Pearl. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. If you've ever heard a hippopotamus fart underwater, that's my singing style. Jamie Vardy tried to play a lovely ball through, but it's cleared, intercepted. But what's gone on here? The referee stopped the game. I'm trying to do what I can here, guys. Please don't say we're going to call this game off. They've got the floodlights on. It's a free kick to Leicester, in fact. Canus, Buonette are both over the ball. So he's phased. Don't know what he's doing there. I think it's phase. Canus over the far side into the box. Kept in. Can we get the ball across? We've still got it on that far side. Absolutely no idea who's got it. The ball comes in. Vardy! Penalty again! No, says the referee. They're calling for it, but the referee said no this time. Vardy was through. I really think he was brought down then, Jamie Vardy. And it's out for a throw-in. It's got to be a Leicester throw-in, that. Jamie Vardy's down. There is, of course, no VAR. Let's have a look at this again. Oh, that was a penalty! Every day of the week and twice on Sundays. He took his leg. The defender went to kick it. The ball went between Jamie Vardy's leg and kicked his leg up. Now, I want to play this for Jamie.
Have a happy birthday from us to you.
Happy birthday, Sir Jamie. Hopefully he's not hobbling. Has it been cancelled, James? I've got to say, I am worried. I am worried about this one. We should have at least have an orange ball on there, I think. I've actually got bright sunshine down here. I've had to shut the windows because it was bouncing off a windows next door, opposite. I thought it was, told you. I really thought it was. So Larchit somehow managed to grab the ball there. I really am worried that this game's going to get called off. Now, see, if this was being played in Qatar, they'd put all those air conditioning units on and blow the fog out, wouldn't they? Christensen manages to play it forward. I think it's still with Leicester on the far side, just taking it into the opposition half, going forward. And the referee obviously thinks, man, it's getting a little. I mean, obviously the thing with fog is, for a few seconds it will get really, really thick, and then it will thin out again. Then it will go thick, then it will thin out again. What this shirt told you. Of course, it's a lovely shirt. We won the FA Cup, didn't we? Mavadidi got 2 marking him here. I can't see a bloody thing. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. 70 of you in. Please subscribe if you are new. And whether you subscribe... Oh, Leicester coming away on the far side. Bring it back. No. Cleared by QPR. If you are new, subscribe. Whether you're new or not, please do smash that likes button. It really, really does help the channel. So Mavadidi on this near side. Sumare. El Canoes. I'm sorry, like I say, I can't give you a player by player because I can't see. Oh. Christensen with a cross in there and it was just headed wide. Yeah, Greg, exactly. Exactly. I've got Skip coming on. So he's obviously going to try and close this game down a little bit now. Winks is going off. From what you've said, guys, and I have to say, I didn't see, of course, the first 20-odd minutes. Vardy's off. Daka is on. Anyway, there we go. Skip's on. Winks is off. Vardy's off. Daka's on. And that Jordan Ayew. I can't even see who's coming on. Jordan Ayew's coming on. Thought Vardy had already gone off. Anyway, Daka's on. He'll fancy a shot. Just like you say, Greg. Greg is 100% right there. Let's just take pot shots. El Canoes is off. Wow. Thought he was one of our better players, but Ayew's come on. And you see, this is when Ayew, to me, this is perfect for Ayew. Ayew will just calm that. He'll take the ball. He'll hold the ball. So Skip is off for on for Winks. Daka is on for Vardy. And Ayew is on for El Canoes. So that's a free kick. No, says the referee. He's not giving it. Right in front of him as well. I have to say, without VAR, the game is just so much better. It hasn't, unfortunately, Keith. Crossed in. Headed clear. Well, not exactly, but Leicester, if they play it right, yeah, just booted upfield by Christensen. It's the best thing. Don't piss about with it in this weather. Yeah, told you. It's a good point. Basically, if it gets called off now, we just replay it from 0-0 and play the whole game again. Game's rearranged, we play the whole thing again, and we go back to 0-0. Oh, well done. Well done, Christensen. But yeah, to me, this is what Ayew can do. He can come on, and he'll hold the ball up. and he'll go down and get us a free kick if we're under a bit of pressure. So this is when Ayu's at his best, not as a starter. At the moment, I 100% love what Van Nistelrooy's done in this game. Yes, I agree, James. Oh, come on, Daka! And a frozen. Did it go in? It's gone in! It's another goal! James Justin again, I think. 5-2. 5-2. James Justin scores. He gets his second. 63 minutes. Daka played him through. And I have to say, I am so sorry I can't. I froze and then it came back pixelated. I'm just going to they're showing it again now. Daka plays it through to Justin. It's a lovely shot from Justin. I have to say, redeem yourself, Justin. Redeem yourself. 5-2. Ruud van Nistelrooy has got everything right in this game so far. What I haven't got right is that I didn't play this.
Go! Back of the net.
Oh, end it now. 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 Oh, dear. Whoopsie-daisy. There we go. 5-2. 7 goals. This has got to be first on Match of the Day. Fuck off, BBC, if you don't. Oh my God, that was a foul. Yeah, he got talked to by the referee there. Christensen was bundled over, wasn't he? Yeah, it's a free kick to Leicester. What a game! What a game! 5-2. Was it a free kick to? Hang on. How is that a free kick? I know it's foggy. He bundled Christensen over. I don't get it. Anyway, it's a free kick to QPR. Somebody tell me where the ball is. Daka's getting the congratulations, but it's at the wrong end. What did he do? Oh, he headed it clear. The corner. I don't know. I can't see what's going on. It was a lovely finish, yes. Yes, it was. Oh, Mavridi's coming off. I tell you, the king of redemption speeches is Brad. The Mavridi's coming on. Mavridi's coming off. McAteer is coming on. I can't see what the fuck's going on here. Oh, he's giving McAteer. So he's giving one of the younger players a bit of a run. I like McAteer. I know Craig thinks he's just a squad player. I do like McAteer. You need squad players sometimes. The ball is somewhere. It's like one of those spot the ball competitions. It really is. Can we not have an orange ball? Surely. If there ever a game calls for an orange ball. I know, I need the fog to clear. I've got glasses on. We should have orange balls, really. This is ridiculous. Oh, good tackle by Leicester there. Oh, nice break down the far side. Ball comes in. Oh, it's out for another Leicester corner. That was a good move again by Leicester. Appreciate that, Wayne. Thank you very much indeed. Cole Fogarty. Hey, he was from Blackburn. I lived in Blackburn for a while and didn't know him. He was a motorbike ridery sort of guy, wasn't he, if I'm right, Fogarty? Anyway, it's corner to Leicester on the far side, just in front of the cop. Ayu's going to take it. Number 18, right-footed. This will be coming in. An in-swinger. Into the box. Oh, over everybody. Christensen retrieves it, though. Daka is playing on the wing at the moment. Yeah, I know. I'm just confirming that he was a bike rider. Didn't I say Cole Fogarty? I think I said Cole Fogarty, didn't I? That was what Greg had written. But yeah, he was from Blackburn. Renette. I'm missing the link. I'm obviously being very slow here. Did I say something that led to Cole Fogarty being mentioned, or is it just the fog? I don't know. I've no idea what's going on here. No. It's with Faze. Out to Christensen on this near side. Plays it upfield to McAteer, who plays it back to Christensen. Back to Faze. Sumare, lovely ball over to the far side. Oh, not controlled very well there, though. Is that a free kick? Probably. Free kick to QPR. Look, this is Leicester. Never presume anything, Prashant. Oh, he was sandwiched there. The QPR player between Ayo and Justin. They're going to make a couple of changes now, QPR. The chair's coming off. They're folding him up and carrying him off. I don't know, that's bad. Let's just update you with some scores. So it's 5 to here. Bournemouth 1, West Bromwich Albion 1, Brentford 0, Plymouth 0, as are Chelsea and Morecambe, Norwich and Brighton and Hove Albion, Forest and Luton, Exeter 1, Oxford United 1, Reading 0, Burnley 0, Sunderland 0, Tom Cannon Stoke City 1. So at the moment, Leicester have had 55.6% possession. 9 shots to QPR 6. We've had 5 of those on target compared to their 3. 16 touches in the opposition box compared to QPR's 10. But the goalkeeper hasn't had a shot to save yet. The Oxford United goalkeeper hasn't had a shot to save. In fairness, hasn't had a shot to save. Hasn't saved a shot, I should say. Sorry. Hasn't saved a shot is what I meant to say. I mean, this is just ridiculous. They're going in quick on Marty Sefusitis, whatever he's called, and I can hardly see him. 28,242 are there today. So a few spare seats. One Stelarchik may have to make one save. That's the stat attack. No, Greg, no. Sometimes just want to detox. Tomorrow night, what we'll probably do is do a review of this game. And I normally do a Monday night with Tom. We normally do a weekend roundup. Might do that as well. Might do that. Still might do that. I don't know. I'll see what Tom says. Guys, do you want us to do that? A weekend round? Do you want us to do just a review of this game a weekend roundup where we do the game and then talk about all the other games as well? Or should we just have a night off? Let me know what you want to do. It'll be tomorrow night. So he's back up and on his feet. 71 minutes, 19 minutes to go. I think it'd be a shame now if this game is called off. And again, a little bit clearer again. But I say that's fog for you. You can't guarantee. So, Greg, you want me to do the callbacks off on the PAL. You want me to do the Leicester game and all the others as well. What does everybody else want? You go all the way back to the QPR keeper. Leicester City, quite rightly, just basically, not saying they've taken the foot off the gas. You can't with this team, but okay, that is one for a weekend review. So it's a Leicester game review, a weekend review, or nothing. Oh, lovely header there. Renette on this near side tries to get it in, but it comes off the QPR defender for a goal kick. 72 minutes gone. Leicester City 5, QPR 2. Christensen with the throw in. Can't get it. Ooh. Sumari there tripping over himself. Faze, fair play to Faze. Sumari lost the ball. He almost tackled himself. The QPR player was going through, and Faze just stuck his foot out and took the ball off him. Fair play to Faze there. And Faze again. And again, he's gone through. Faze has only just turned into primetime Messi. And then he tries to play for the corner and it doesn't work. He's in the box, though, for Leicester. Renette. Couple of tackles there. No foul, though. Still 5-2. I have to say, the confidence that this will give the team. What we don't want now is the Palace game to be cancelled. Faze with a lovely ball, but it comes back to Samari from Renette. Well, we've got the PSR. We should find out about that next week. I think they're holding out. That's what a couple of reporters are saying, is that we're going to hold out and just see. I think what happens with PSR, if they are going to be doing. Fucking hell, we played a ball back there. I couldn't even see the player because of the fog. I'm just thinking, who the hell has he passed that to? I think we're waiting to see what happens. It's going to look a bit bad if we spend 20 million on a player when we're about to be fined for PSL. We're through now. Renette gets the ball across. Oh, no Leicester City player there. That was a neat little move there. And it just fell. Oh, please get back to the ball. Yes. Please boot it upfield. Well, you've given, yeah, it's there somewhere. All right, everybody wants the weekend. Right, we'll do a weekend review then. We'll do a weekend review. There's my night off gone out the window. I'm having a day. I don't care if we sign somebody tomorrow. I'm having a day off tomorrow. I'm having a family day. Balls into the box. Oh, just haven't got it away though. Christensen tries. Is he? Oh, Christensen. No. What's happened? Oh, there's an Oxford player. QPR player gone down. He's got a head injury. So they got the referee, in fairness, had to stop that. He went down holding his head. Okay, so weekend review. It is. Yeah, the referee was quick to stop that. Then I didn't think he'd given it for a foul because Leicester players were still playing on. Just showing Justin's second goal there. Was it the first? No, it was his first goal. Good goal. It was a good goal, the QPR first goal. And coming back, slide footed in by Mavididi. And the third goal, lovely header by Brunette. And then the ball. You can blame Winks. I get that. But Vardy's penalty, sending the keeper the wrong way. And then Justin, wow, with a powerful shot underneath the keeper's body. Yeah, I can see why you're saying about Winks. I definitely can see. But I think it's probably 75-25 for me. What are we seeing here? No, it's saying Leicester, but it's showing me a different match. Oh, now we're back. Somebody at sport.tv pressed the wrong button there. Whatever match I was watching, it was fine. There wasn't any fog there at all. Greg, he's got to go back because he's not. If we're going to have, let's have a striker that at least he's going to get some minutes. He's not even on the bench today. Leicester crowding QPR out there. Thing is, their fans don't want him back. Apparently, the club don't want him back. I mean, if we say we don't want him, he goes back, and it's as pure as that. I know Rude sort of said, well, he's still our player at the moment, but what's the point? If he's not to be trusted to get onto the bench, what is the point of paying, some of his wages and a loan fee for him? That was unlucky. Tried to get Vardy through there. Looks like Vardy's going to be playing the whole 90 minutes. Yeah, apparently Iheanacho could be going to Ipswich, is it, I've heard? I think Iheanacho, he used to be able to hold the ball up well. I would love to see Iheanacho back. I know Brad would. Nacho man. Who wants to be a Nacho man? Unfortunately, that will never happen. I mean, we let him go on a free, didn't we? And then if we had him back, we'd probably have to pay for him again. So you're paying twice for a player. I did like Iheanacho. Samari to Faze. He's got Christensen out, but he plays it back to Samari. Plays it through. Leicester player loses it though, but no, we win it back. No free kick there. 79 minutes gone. Just coming up to the 80-minute mark. 10 minutes plus any stoppage time. Do you know what? There's a lot to be said for Jay. And I used to say this with Ricardo. I liked Ricardo as a right winger. I wouldn't be against that with JJ. Dakova Reed is coming on. Buenette's going off. So Dakova Reed is going on. 10 minutes to go. You would think at 5-2 the game is all over. It isn't yet. 67 minutes, 67 people in, guys. Smash that like button. And please subscribe if you are new. The Brunette is off. Dakova Reed pointing where somebody's got to go. Dakova Reed technically a striker, isn't he? He's down as one of our forwards anyway. So at the moment we've got no, we haven't got Vardy on, have we? No, Vardy went off, of course. What am I talking about? Having said that, I think you could probably have 13 players on the pitch. The referee wouldn't be able to tell. Cut out by Leicester. Just to let you know, in February, the game when we play Arsenal, we won't be doing a watch along for that. As I'm in Lanzarote, getting some well-deserved sun. It's in the middle of the field with QPR, playing it out to the far wing. You're right, Ronald. You're right. So QPR just holding on to the ball at the moment, but they're not doing anything with it. Playing a lot of nice little passes. Yeah, Walsh was an excellent centre forward, and let's be honest with you, Matt Elliott as well. Ronald, he could remember the good defending, Cody. I think they're arguing against the corner. What? He slid in there. Now, he has a habit of sliding in, Cody, and it cost him. He went past Faze. Faze again, turning his back on the ball. What's he doing? But that was good defending by Cody, who, of course, is captain today. Remember, it's a corner. 2 corners to Leicester. This is QPR's 6th corner of the game. Some would say Walsh, he was a great defender, but he wasn't bad as an extra striker, was he? Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, hang on. Samari. Well, go on, Samari. Get in there, mate. Of course, I don't wear anything but Speedos. Wayne, got your message. If you're watching, Wayne, understand, mate, no problem at all. Faze. Christensen. Oh, what was unlucky. A lovely through ball from Christensen. The Covey just couldn't quite get on the end of it. Yeah, he did, Ronald, but for just one game, I've still got to do all the artwork and all the backup, and I just can't. I'm having a week off, so Brad's absolutely brilliant, but I've still got to do all the artwork and everything for it. You had what I had earlier, did you, Helen? A different match, and it was amazing because it left the Leicester QPR score up. But I don't know what match I was watching, but I tell you what, there's absolutely no fog there. It's a free kick now. Four minutes to go, plus there will be a little bit of stoppage time. Yeah, you're right, James. Spot on there. I was a little bit worried because normally straight after the yeah, indeed, Dino. Straight after the second half starts is usually when we are a little bit vulnerable. So Stolarczyk, I think he's going to kick it long. Perhaps his left foot on the goal post. Right footed, long ball up. I think that's the safest option. And we win the header, and we win the second header. Can we control the ball? No. There's always the risk, but we lose it in their half. Pheasant, Prescient. I'm sorry, mate. I'm useless. I can't even. I struggle with English, but yeah, this hopefully will do him a lot of good. Yeah, like I say, they're not. We're not saying. We're not playing an Accrington Stanley. No disrespect to Liverpool, or a Tamworth or something like that. We're playing a mid-table Championship team that are near the top of the division on. I think they're second on form in the Championship, so they're certainly up there, certainly in the top 5 on form. So this has been a really good performance. Yes, a couple of lapses at the back. That's something I think that Rude knows he's got to sort out if we're going to get this right back, and he's also said he wants a centre back as well. But as a performance, skip now. I forgot he was on the pitch. It's getting better. Threw the ball all the way through to their keeper. You'll enjoy me more when I come back then. Absent makes the heart grow fonder, Paul. Am I building my part up too much here? I think you can say we're through to round 4 here, can't you? The draw for round 4 will be bit of an up and under there. Casey McAteer making sure it goes out. Yeah, it is looking a lot clearer. You're quite right. Told you. Or can I call you Told? There must be a reason why you've got your name Told You Bro, and then in brackets you've got Told You Bro. 4 minutes injury time. So, or stoppage time, whatever you want to call it these days. Not going to go to extra time. Stefan, hello mate, how you doing? Keith, I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying a word. So phase, honestly, fog? What fog? This is not the performance that you would expect from a struggling Premier League team against an in-form. You're very late. I know, White Diamond. Girl's best friend. Oh, FaZe. Well done, mate. He shoots the goal! Found FaZe! What a bloody goal! Wow! I was going to say, well done, mate, because the ball was played to a QPR player. He ran in and took it off this foot and ran forward with the ball. And it was literally Ronaldo-esque. Well, FaZe, redemption time. Redemption. 6-2. Played the ball forward, QPR. He hung about, it came in. Wout FaZe ran from outside the box. We were saying earlier, take a shot from outside the box. Wout FaZe. Goal of the season. 93 minutes. And we are looking at 6-2. Oh my good God. Oh my goodness gracious me. I don't know where it came from. And I've got to say, I have criticised him. But what a fucking... That was all FaZe. All FaZe there. Oh my good God.
Go! Back of the net.
6-2. Pinch me, doctor my eyes. Have we got time for a seventh? What the fuck has gone on? And it's all over. It is all over. It is 6-2. I'm going to go. I didn't get a piss at half time. We're going to be back. I'm going to enjoy this. We're going to be back in a few minutes.
have what she's having.
Sorry, lads. Had to find it. Do not adjust your sets. That is right.
Wow.
Corner. Leicester 36. Thought, oh, did we play Queen's Park Rangers 2? Worth having an orgasm over.
And you wait till we draw 0-0 with Crystal Palace on Wednesday. In typical Leicester fashion, but let's enjoy it. Come on.
Amen.
Yeah, indeed. I have to say, first of all, a very huge thank you for Tony. I'm just going to open one of these. I wasn't going to have one of these today, but why not? We celebrate. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Unbelievable. What can we say about that?
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Guys as well, mate. Chris, everyone that we talked negatively about this last week, mate, be it James Justin or Whoop Pies, look at today. Well done, boys. I really love that. Shove it down our throats and go out there and make it worthwhile for Leicester. Come on, lads.
I don't know what you mean, because I think Wout Faes is a brilliant player.
I think every player you ride comes up and shines. So just keep it up, Chris.
I think they watch this channel, you know. I think they go out and think, I'm going to show him. I mean,
Chris, who did we nominate? Who did we nominate on Monday for a bottom award? Was it James Justin?
It was, yes.
He should have had a hat trick, so we should have had another penalty today.
Well, yes. Look, what a performance. Let me just catch up with some comments here, because I'm a bit behind. It was a bit of a long toilet break, but I hadn't been since early on. He must have heard you all game, Chris. Exactly, James. Exactly. Where did that come from? Who knows? Well done, FaZe. Yeah, I'm got to give him some credit. Oh, excuse me. Wow. Let's get in. Wow. We've got a few wows coming up. He didn't even look up. JJ and FaZe up front against Palace. Hey, don't worth things are said.
Prince is literally the defender. As long as he hasn't got to defend, he might go full David Luiz. We should be playing the Aaron system, 3 at the back, and have him running up the pitch. They won't be able to deal with him.
Exactly.
Sideshow Bob on the loose, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, our defenders outscored QPR.
Yeah.
Don't forget relegated. I'll be more confident now.
Yeah. Should we be reining this in? Fuck it. No, we shouldn't.
This is the only one this season we're going to have, lads. Honestly,
Yes.
It's a 6-2 win over QPR. We'll get out to Exeter City in the next round.
Can I ask a question? When does pinching yourself become self-harming? Because I'm pinching myself to try and believe that this is true. I didn't sleep last night, as you know, as I said earlier, Tom. Is this a dream?
The first joke I wanted to say would be ask my gentleman parts, but I thought I'd better not go that deep, Chris, about the pinching. But anyway, yeah. Oh, God, you should have laughed and uproared then. Now I look really creepy. But yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing, honestly. Just like, I'm stunned because me and Jim were joking, and I said, it's a sort of game we might end up drawing and going to penalties, yeah, and I wouldn't know what to say. And so here I am sat, not entirely sure what to say, but glad to be enjoying the moment, because who knows with Leicester how long it will last.
Look, I said at the start, Jim, going back to the preview last night, that both me and Craig picked the team, which is part of the preview now. He will be sort of picking, not the formation, because he's not going to change the formation. So there's no point saying, I want to go 4-4-2. But he picks the team, and he puts some youngsters in there. Joseph, Alves, Golding. But he said, jokingly, and it was a very good point, though, that he might go for the same team because of the continuity. You know, because we had played so well in the last 3 games. Yes, we'd lost them all, but they're all against Champions League teams. But we'd started to play well. Why not carry that on? And he was making substitutions at the right time. I've got to say, 15 out of 10 for Ruud van Nistelrooy's man management today and game management.
Absolutely. I watched the preview show, and I even commented to you. I thought Craig did a good job. I liked when I first looked at his lineup. I liked the mix. It made sense to give these players a chance. Certainly, we hoped it would be an outcome like we just saw. And with a mix of young players, it would give them an opportunity to shine, show what they have. Yeah. But then again, on the flip side, we needed a victory. And by putting your big guns out there, you're going to get some confidence in them again. Even though, like we've said, our team is starting to show things, especially on the back line. But we needed a confidence. And by starting the big guns, that gave us a big confidence boost. However, Tom and I were talking, they could have sprinkled a few youngsters on the bench. I really think just sitting there and enjoying this game would put some excitement in it. But overall, Ruud absolutely hit the right buttons.
He did, and I accept that. Had he put the youngsters out and we had lost, I wouldn't have been crying, because this isn't our priority this season. Our priority over everything is just staying in this league. But he went for it, as I said at the start, go big or go home, Tom. And he went very big. My God, look, it wasn't the best performance. And at times in that first half at 1-1, I was looking at that thinking, which team is the Premier League team here? We weren't playing badly, but they were playing really well. But look, we've got to enjoy the moment, haven't we?
Well, that's part of the challenge, Chris, isn't it? Because QPR turn up with force from their away fans as well. And, we're a scalp to them, so they're going to want to give us the best they got. And the nice thing is by the end of the game, if you think at halftime, I'll say, Woot Fives, we might want to try and sell for 10 million quid. He becomes like, the star on top of the Christmas tree of what has ended up being a very nice performance. And I think emotionally towards the end of the game as well, the energy felt better. And I don't know about the effect of energy as well as the on-pitch performance, because ultimately QPR, they're not going to be the same as Crystal Palace on Wednesday. But hopefully we can take that positive energy forward. And it was nice just to see a few little potential redemption stories, like we talked about Soumare in the past. JJ had a great game today. Woot did have a great game ultimately today. So what can we say? Enjoy it is the word, I think.
And we saw some link ups too. We saw the activity on the outside, putting the ball in the box to give Vardy or someone else an opportunity, and that we haven't seen lately.
Yeah. We actually, Vardy was in the game. Justin's first goal, Vardy was there behind. And then I think the second goal, if Brunetti hadn't come in and headed it, and what a header that was. Ooh. But I'm gonna have another orgasm in a minute. I'm gonna have to play that.
That was a Premier League quality move, wasn't it? I just hope against Crystal Palace you can pull the same thing up. Because anything I will say as a slight caveat to that is it was lovely to see it
today.
Don't
pee on our party here, Tom.
I'm going to slightly pee on it because I do joke we might end up drawing 0-0 on Wednesday, and ultimately we need to stay in the Premier League beyond anything else. But I will say against better clubs we need to be able to find another level of this finesse going forward. But there was some Premier League quality there today in that, which is nice to see.
Well, he needs to convince. Sorry, Chris. He needs to convince this team that they can do it against the Premier League teams. And
yes,
that's
Jim.
The mindset they have to get. The feeling of excitement, getting the W. Some of the plays they made, like you just said, that was a Premier League header. And the way they linked up before that, if they can get that confidence and Ruud can convince them they can play with anyone, we won't have a problem on one.
I know it was QPR, but look, I've got to say, and I did get a few of my facts wrong. I'd got so many screens open, and thank you very much for trying to help with that earlier, Jim. Unfortunately, my Talk Safe scanning thing was a bit too good, and it wouldn't let me. And it was the weirdest commentary I've ever had to do, because I think the ball's over there. I think somebody in blue might have the ball. They should have put the bloody orange balls on. I couldn't see it at times. But look, Queen's Park Rangers, 6th in the form table in the Championship. In their last 6 games, they've lost once to Swansea. They've drawn 2 and they've won 3. All right, you could argue that some of the teams aren't, top, but they went, in the top half of the Championship. But they went into that game in confidence, and that's what that will have given us against Crystal Palace. In 3 days' time, I bet you say those players walking off that pitch will want to play Crystal Palace tomorrow.
Yep.
They won't want to wait till Wednesday now. Do you know what I mean? That's what. And it wasn't just a win, Jim. It was a win, Jim, but not as we know it. Just for the Star Trek fans out there. Sorry, couldn't resist it. But it was the performance. It was the scoreline. It was everything we needed. And Wayne can't join us because he didn't see any of the game because he couldn't even use the link I was using. But that could just be, and look, I said, I don't want to get too excited, but we could look back on this as the moment that our season changed.
Yeah.
That was a very long question. I apologize about that.
No. I mean, certainly the excitement, the confidence needs to be carried over, and it needs to be carried over in the training ground the next couple of days without any injuries. Hopefully Vards isn't dinged up. I listened to the commentator on the match match commentator I was watching said that Vestergaard got nicked up, so that's why he wasn't on the team. But yeah, a couple days of just positiveness in the training ground, and then it could definitely be another W against Palace.
Yeah, right. Let me just bring Kate in. I will. She's there, and I've clicked my button. Let me delete this. There we go.
It's foggy. There she is. Hey, Kate.
Hello.
You through the fog?
It was so foggy. It was way worse than Anfield. All those Twitter talks about Anfield being called off. This was way worse. Way worse than that.
I couldn't commentate at times because I couldn't see who was on the bloody ball.
We couldn't.
Do you not think we should have had an orange ball out there today?
That's exactly what we said. I mean, I'm on the halfway line, so I could see all right, but I wouldn't want it to be either end, if you know what I mean, because you wouldn't have been able to see at the other end, and that was never the case at Anfield for spectators who were there. So it's just Twitter for you, though, isn't it, really, sometimes?
If you were in the car and you heard us, the cheer from the far side, you wouldn't know whether it was the QPR or was cheering. What had happened.
No, it was. It began to lift in the latter stages, but it was pretty foggy at times. But we did it. We got there.
What a performance, though, Kate.
Well, the first half was a bit mixed, wasn't it? Some sloppiness I felt really. But second half I just think we dominated, and we pushed them to one side a bit really second half, and they fell away. And some of the Premier League quality that we've got shone through. But some of the forward play was really promising again. Would love to see us just be a bit more forceful with that. Like I said, a few occasions today we stopped and turned around and passed back, and it's a bit frustrating. It's a bit of a bad habit, I feel.
It is.
But we did do really well, and I was pleased for JJ, to get a good response like that out of him from last week. The finish for his second goal was quality. Really pleased with that.
I mean, Val Faze even turned into prime time Ronaldo, didn't he?
I don't even know what happened there. That was absolutely unbelievable.
I was still praising him because we lost the ball. QPR played it forward, and they were doing to us what people have been doing to Val Faze when he was defending. He ran forward, and before the QPR player, I don't think he'd even touch it, he pinched the ball off him. And I was saying, giving him praise for that. I was still giving him praise when the ball was in the back of the net. I mean,
I know.
In those conditions, and there wasn't many touches in the box. I think we had 18, and it was 12 or something. Yeah, 12 to QPR. But you just took pot shots, didn't you? Because you were hoping the goalkeeper wouldn't see, what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, I think today highlighted some of our shortcomings in attacking areas in a way, because we just thought, I'll have a go here, and it ended up in the back of the net. We don't do that enough. We don't seem to shoot on sight enough. We seem to think, I'll pass it back, or I want to get the perfect 1-2, or something like that. I mean, I was speaking today about how many times our wingers get it past the 18-yard line and then just don't cross it in. That's your job as a winger, just get it in. So many times they'll turn around and pass it backwards or pass it to their mate on their side. Mavadidi got the ball quite a few times and just doesn't pass it in. Just get it across. Anything can happen if it's in the box, anything. Thought Jamie should have had another penalty.
Yeah. Oh, no, he definitely should. But look,
But I'm glad he got his birthday goal.
Indeed. Happy birthday, Jamie. But look, Christensen, I hate it when he goes forward, stops, comes back, but every time they were going forward as a team. Christensen put a wonderful ball through that we got the penalty from, because the ball was absolutely like, who's he passing it to? And then Mavididi came off pitch and came up, got it, and get the cross in. It's amazing what happens when you come back, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to see, and I feel like game on game, although we've not quite got the turn of results yet in the Prem, I do feel game on game there is that cohesion forming as a unit, which could only mean good things, really.
Yeah. Look, it was against QPR, which is the championship side. When the draw was made, they were bottom. They're now 13th. They've only lost 1 in 6, and they are 6th in the form table. So, as I said earlier, for me, it's like us playing in Ipswich or Palace or Wolves and Everton, that sort of a team. And in the first half, you're quite right. I did look at that sometimes thinking, who was the Premier League team out of the two? But we soaked up the pressure, and we went and scored on the break. A couple of silly mistakes at the back still. But the confidence that's going to give us, I just said to the guys before you came on, those players are going to walk off that pitch and say, "Oh, we play Palace tomorrow."
Yeah, exactly. I do think that there'll be some David and Goliath in this round of the FA Cup, and I think you can count on one hand, if at all, how many other Premier League clubs will get 6. So you've still got to go out there and do it. QPR are still a decent outfit. They had tremendous support today. 4,500 came from QPR today. They were in full voice, and they took up twice the chunk of normal of the away end. So they were up for it. First half they were really up for it, and that's always a potential banana skin, isn't it? So we did well. It's a good one to get out of the way.
It is indeed, and hopefully, I've just said that we may look back on this and go, this was the moment when, But look, it's going to give you confidence. We didn't just straight for 1-0. We were holding on. We didn't, avoid a banana skin. We put it to bed. Getting that 4th goal early in the second half was the difference. I'm going to have to ask you, Kate, your performance rating overall.
7 today.
7. Okay. And your man of the match.
I'm going to go for Bilal with his number of assists today.
Don't get run over.
That was the guy agreeing with me that I selected Bilal.
Yeah. No, very good choice, but I won't say any more because I've got to choose mine yet. But Kate, thank you very much. Safe journey home. Watch out for those cars, and hopefully you don't get lost in the fog.
Thank you. See you soon, guys. Bye.
See you, Kate.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Thanks to Kate there. Sorry, guys, but like I say, I always have to cut off to her, as you can see.
No worries.
Scott there's always somebody, every cloud's got a black line in, and Scott says, I'm gutted, bloody FaZe. I predicted 5-2 and FaZe had to go and score the 6th. I'm so sorry, Scott. Bloody hell, FaZe, what were you doing?
That's karma for everything we said about him.
Yes, yeah. Look, I mean, let's just very, very quickly get out the way, Tom. I didn't see the first 2 goals, so I can't comment. On the first QPR goal, people were telling me, and you saw it, didn't you, Jim? So let me actually just go back to Jim first for this one.
Well, Tom saw it too, I think.
Did you see it, Tom?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. Sorry, I'll stick with you then, Tom. There was people were saying that it was a poor pass from Winks. It was a short pass.
Yeah, it was difficult because we were in a phase of trying to get out from the back, and we were trying to play it out from the back, and I think you can blame him in that moment, yes, but you can also blame the system a little bit as well, where we were and how we were dealing with it. So it was that element of the game, Chris. And also, when you start these football matches against teams like QPR, who, with a scalp, they came out strong. We had to go through this phase. And luckily for us, we got through it well enough, and we had enough quality going forward today to actually counteract it. The worry was, and like Kate was saying in the first half, was that there were signs of the Premier League problem we'd be having of, oh my God, we're getting penned in here. We're looking a bit difficult in coming out with it. But luckily today, it followed through afterwards. So.
Yeah. Jim, the second goal for QPR, and then I'm going to move on and we're just going to look at the good things because, let's be honest with you, we haven't had the chance to do that much this season. For me, Winks probably played a poor pass, but Faze again, and I said to you at half time, Tom, but Jim, Faze was stood there. There was a player behind him. The pass didn't go directly to Faze, and he just stood there, and the player ran round him and took the ball off him and scored. What was Faze doing? Or am I looking at that wrong? Was it more Winks' fault, do you think, than Faze?
I think Winks contributed with a couple, I guess, less than stellar passes. But no, you were right on. Faze did not even move, and he just let the player drive and score. And no, you were right in your criticism. But I think your criticism is what got him fired up to play like Ronaldo at the later parts of the game. I mean, because it wasn't just that goal at the end. He made about 3 steals. He came flying out of nowhere. Not just a lot. He did, I think, 2 other times right before the goal. So I'm just going to say, it was his fault on that. But whatever you said got him fired up.
Isn't he ironically a better player going forward than he is defensively? Do we not want to entertain him as a ball-winning midfielder, perhaps?
Good point.
Well, I was saying, just before that, I will say I did give him some praise as well. Look, we criticise these players when they play bad, so let's give praise when they do things right, And I look, this is the redemption show. Samori's been redempted. James Justin will come on to him in a second. But yeah, Faze, he was almost Vestergaard-esque, if you like, because Vestergaard has a habit, when it's coming towards him, nonchalantly just puts his foot out and takes the ball off and that's what I saw Faze do today. The ball was going through and he just took his foot out and took the ball.
We're a really backward football team, oddly, because I'll say this to Jim. Vestergaard, ironically, for a guy who looks like, Herman Munster from the Munsters family, he's actually got better feet than he is for being a physical presence. Yeah. He's probably someone who'll go on Strictly Come Dancing or Dancing with the Stars and probably win it from nowhere as a shock. And Faze is the same. As soon as Faze actually has to defend, he gets exposed. As soon as he's in a system where he's advancing and pushing play forward, he looks $1 million. And you might be able to flog him for 30 million quid then to someone. So this is the interesting thing. It's that thing of we have got Premier League quality, but we kind of got to be very specific in how we're utilising it going forward if we're going to maximise it. Today's proven that for me, boys.
And the centre backs, we have 2 centre backs. I know Brad's brought it up. We talked before about having Vestergaard and Cody. Very solid, experience, know where they need to be, lock down the back line. But they're not good at driving forward, like Tom just said about Wout Faust. He actually does play the David Luiz role, and maybe there's a chance to use him otherwise. I do think Vestergaard, and hopefully he's not hurt bad, I think he passes the ball out of the back. He has some nice through passes to get the ball out into the midfield better than any of our center backs.
He has got the sweetest pass on him. And we saw that last season when Enzo suddenly said, this is a player, if I use him right. And he could take a kick from the penalty spot in our own half and land it on the penalty spot in the opposition half. He is that good at doing that. But we know, as good as he is at doing that, he hasn't got the speed. And quite often, that's why I think we've seen Faze come on towards the end of games recently when maybe Rude looks at it and says, actually, I want somebody to get hold of the ball and run out with it. And
I'll just quickly say about, if you don't mind, Chris, about Vestergaard. Vestergaard started as a ball-winning midfielder for Hertha Berlin in his early 20s. He did. Yeah, and it's interesting because since then he's been moved back in defences by lots of managers. And I always wonder with him if he's been assigned. Because I look at managers who see a big bloke and go, well, he's going to be a great centre-back. But actually, the things he should be good at, he's not good at. He's not good at heading the ball. He's not really a great physical presence, but he's good with the ball at his feet. So it's a bizarre thing there, isn't it?
It is. Look, we often see players like Steve Walsh's that suddenly go up front and score a couple of goals, Matt Elliott, and people that were strikers drop back into midfield when they lose that pace. One of the things I said, Jim, during that show was, with Ricardo in the Brendan Rodgers era, sometimes I felt he would be an excellent right winger with a defender behind him because he'd got the speed and the cross, etc. I feel that could be James Justin. If you're going to play him on the right, if we bring another right back in, and that's one of the positions we really do need to look at because it's as much as I love James Justin and he played brilliantly today, I just haven't got that. I prefer him on the left. I know he can do either, but I've seen him play on that right, and I'm not happy with him on the right, as you well know. He's more of a left. So if we do bring another right back in, we've then got that option that he can play left back or Christian can, and if the right back's injured, Justin can go over there and play that. But could Justin maybe move up into midfield, do you think?
I think that's a possibility. And you think if we do land the right back and we can have the flexibility to use him elsewhere, I mean, I would think Ruud would see that in a heartbeat. I mean, for guys like the three of us talking about it, Ruud would see it on the training ground. He knows what skill he wants in each position on the pitch. And I think with James Justin's talents, as you just mentioned, yeah, he may be able to play that without a problem, just like Wout Faes could possibly play the position that Tom mentioned. So, yeah, you get the right player in that could possibly give him an opportunity to move some chess pieces around on the team.
Well, we've had Beauty come in earlier, obviously with Kate, and he's laughing because we're now going to have the Beast come in. Bradders,
hello.
No, where's your onesie?
You're smiling, Brad.
I know, the whole world smiles from you when Leicester win, bud, isn't it? That's how it is.
Yeah. Is Jess with you? Hello, Jess.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Jess.
She's a bit camera shy, bless her, but she's here with me.
No. I know that. I just expected you to say yes. I didn't expect you to put her on. First question, which we asked Kate when we go on: how much of that bloody game could you see?
About 45 minutes worth of it, because the first half we were in the south stand, so we didn't even know Justin had scored till the north stand jumped up. It was like, oh yeah, we've scored.
Yeah, I just said exactly the same, didn't I? I said on that. I was hoping it wasn't going to get called off. But sometimes they should have got the orange ball out, shouldn't they? Really?
I said that. I said, well, what happened to the good old orange ball days where we could just see the ball? We know then if they scored.
Yes, exactly. Look, I've said to Kate, and thank you for coming on. You've got to go to every match now. You are our lucky mascot.
Well, yeah, I've been Tranmere and QPR, and we've seen 10 goals scored and 2 conceded. So maybe we should go more often.
If we're not first on match of the day tonight, there's something wrong, isn't there?
Oh, you can guarantee we're not going to be. It'll be Liverpool, Accrington, Stanley. Yeah. Like, who are they?
Who? Exactly. These two below are wondering what the hell we're talking about. It's an old TV ad. Don't worry. Look, Queen's Park Rangers, as I said, 6 in the Championship's form table. Only lost 1 in 5 and 6. Won 3, including the last 2. They were there to cause an upset. Couple of moments of bad defending nearly gave them that upset. But that's got to be a confidence boost for the players, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we was pretty much saying. I was really happy with the starting lineup. I know people say, oh, the FA Cup's a distraction given our league position. We needed that win. You know, we're 5 without a win. And yeah, against QPR, I get it. It's a championship side. We should win the game. But banana skins are there to be had. You know, Wolves nearly slipped on one against Bristol. I think Chelsea were only 1-0 up against Morecambe. So they are there to be had. And it's a confidence boosting win. And it's not like it's just a 2-1 win or a shaky game where it could have stayed 3-2 to the end and we survived and hung on. We absolutely tore them to pieces in that second half. And that's just what they needed.
It was the proverbial tale of two halves, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tom said he's gone. I thought he'd written he's gone for a jizz, but he's actually said he needs a whiz. Sorry. Could be either or. Did you get a haircut? Yes, Brad. I know this is the new look, Brad.
It is. It's a new style, new year, new me. Until it grows back and I get bored of it.
He's getting ready to go to jail. I think that's what it is.
We just walk past going, Harbour.
Jim, have you got any questions for Brad?
No, good to see you out there. And you are our new Filbert the Fox. You need to attend all the home matches.
You're going to have to get a GoFundMe page for it. But,
Tom, you're back. Did you enjoy your jizz?
It wasn't that one, mate. It was the W one. I ain't got, I'm not that quick. My word, you got to make it last nowadays, mate. You only get a bucket and a half, apparently. Anyway, yeah.
You got any questions, Brad?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I was like, mate, do you think your good luck charm can move beyond League Two and League One and Championship teams if you go to other games? Because you've seen 10 goals in 2 games, but they've been against lower league opposition.
We might just have to turn up every Saturday and sit outside the ground if we can't get a ticket. We'll just sit outside there and try and feed the luck into the ground. Because
I was gonna say, mate, if not, we should have a GoFundMe or something so we can get you in the ground.
We'll gladly accept all donations. Trust me.
Yeah, exactly. We'll go fund for Brad's season ticket. Yeah. Brad, it was a tale of two halves, though. What were your thoughts at half time?
I kind of was very relieved when it was 3-1. I thought, there we go. We've kind of settled down. We broke through the nerves. The banana skin's gone. And then Harry Winks went, not that easy. Watch this. And I was like, and you felt the groans. I mean, this guy sat next to me and we both turned and looked at each other and went, we do this every game. And that's, again, another game. And I know it's an FA Cup. I know it's QPR, but it's another game where a silly mistake has vitally cost us a goal. Thankfully, not the result, but it was so frustrating that even in a cup game.
Or was it phase, though?
Harry Winks blind passed it backwards. It was almost nonchalant the way he did it. He literally just turned around and went, there's a player. And Wout Faes and even Jakob Starchi went, what are you doing? And then obviously he put the ball in the back of the net. So
Faes didn't pick the guy was stood behind him and ran past him when Babyface should have done it. But look, I don't want to go on to. I don't want to look on the bad points because yes, we know the defence is got these mistakes in them, and hopefully we're going to replace them. Some of the players there, right back and centre back. But that second half, I mean, Faze. We talk about redemption. You know, redemption for JJ, redemption for Faze. Both of them turned into prime time Ronaldo.
Yeah, I know. When we was all shout and shoot behind the goal, we was kind of like, we didn't mean it, mate. And then, that's goal of the year already, isn't it? Yeah. What a strike! Yeah. Wow. I think I saw even in the fog, I saw Ruud van Nistelrooy go replacement for Vardy. Wow, Faze up front because what a hit! I mean, it shows you, doesn't it, Chris? When they've got it in their locker, they can actually play well and do stuff like that.
Yeah. Tom, the question you mentioned before about Faze and his position, ask that to Brad.
Brad, what would you think about the idea of us going full David Luiz with him, putting him as a ball-winning midfielder, perhaps alongside Sumari as a box-to-box?
Against certain oppositions, I reckon it could work. I mean, they did that with him basically in the second half. He was in that halfway line. He won the ball for his goal right in their half. And I don't think teams like it. You need a Vestergaard or a Cody on the pitch next to him, though, because you need that recovering defender to be there in case he doesn't quite get the ball or his next shot goes out the King Power Stadium and not in the roof of the net like that one.
Yeah,
but I could see it. I could see an option where it works.
Or we can go to 3 at the back like Amarin does at Manchester United and do what he's doing, one of his centre-backs pushing right up like we did with Faisal Vestergaard, and they all of a sudden are unmarkable.
Yeah, again,
the
options there against certain teams. It
Yeah,
just
against
depends. I
certain
wouldn't do it
teams,
against a Liverpool. I would do it against a Liverpool or an Arsenal, but maybe a Crystal Palace.
I just wonder if we're overexposing him too much, because like if he's having to defend, I know he's a defender, he's actually looking pretty awful. But when he's going forward on being on the front foot, he's looking a better player.
Well, he always looked good when he was driving forward and giving that free rein. You know, that was something that, and I'm going to be a little bit sick here. Sorry, Jess, but I've got to say his name. Wesley Fofana. Oh, but when he got the ball and drove forward, he was like an extra midfielder for us in that position. And he was, annoyingly for us, he was that good and quick to get back. He could cover it. That's the one thing maybe Wout stopped him being able to do that as a more prominent role, because he doesn't quite have that ability to get back and make them tackles.
Yeah. And we've got midfield depth, haven't we? Yeah. Anyway, sorry, mate.
So, Brad, your picture's gone, but the weather's awful there. Give us your team performance.
I mean, at half time it was looking like a 6, but the full time and the way they just ruthlessly went about QPR, I'm going to give them an 8, Chris.
I can understand why. And you're live from the stadium, man of the match.
It's a difficult one because the first 30 minutes were difficult to see in general. I like the link-up play, and maybe we've seen a little insight into our future. I know he came off fairly early, but the creativity, I can say that word easier said than that word. I'm actually going to give it to El Canouse, because I thought he was lightning and everywhere for the 60-odd minutes he was on, and him and Mavididi linking up for them goals was something that I really liked. That could be something we need to work on for the Premier League, because they look good together linking up.
100%. That pass that he put through for Mavididi when we got the penalty, which I didn't see because of the fog. I thought it was a guy was shouting, we got a corner.
Funny enough, we didn't see because we were queuing for 4 hours for a pie, but we saw it on the big screen.
Take your own. Take your own food.
I know, we should have. We'll do that next time.
Brad and Jess, thank you very much. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. All the best. Take care. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Bye.
And safe journey home.
And
there we go there. This is very interesting. We got 2 for El Canouse. No, Kate went El Canouse as well, didn't she? Are we going to have a full house? Well, we will see. We will see. Look, first half was the first half. It is a game of 90 minutes. Jim, was that possibly one of our best 90 minutes of the season overall?
I think it was definitely our best 45 minutes. I thought the second half we played well. We fought through. Now, both teams had to fight through the fog, but we had our own personal fog, which is what the form we've been in lately. And I think we played well. I don't remember now if it was Brad or Kate had mentioned the second half, but I do think the second half was great. Getting the first goal was great. I think it gave a boost for JJ. Giving up and conceding right after that put us back. I can see as fans, we just went, oh, hell, here we go again. But then, as Brad put it, being up 3-1 was good. But I do think the second half, we just wore them down. We were more aggressive. So I'd say that definitely the best second half. All in all, there were still a few other bright spots this season that I think we played a more complete match.
Yeah. Your thoughts on that, Tom?
Yeah, I think it is the best of the season. I think the reason why is more than just beyond the performance on the pitch. I think this entire season, even under Cooper, we've had a bit of anxiety about what we've been facing this year in on the pitch and what it's going to be like. Because we don't really know what to expect after Enzo, because it was such a departure from what we usually do, and we smashed it up ultimately last year. But you're starting again from scratch, right? Today, at the end of that game, and Wout Faes was the icing on the cake, and he topped off literally the entire perspective of what I'm coming from here, which is it was the first time I felt secure as a Leicester City fan in a long time we might be able to do something. which was a nice feeling to feel because we got forward, we played to our strengths. For the times we question the quality, there's times that we go, how in the hell is Wout Faes in the Belgian national team? And then we go,
that whole time, didn't we?
We did, exactly. And this sums it up, mate. It's been very bipolar. It's been we're trying to find the right answers from a place of a very, affordable and very nice place. But it's been very difficult this season to really connect in a positive way with the club, and especially with the off-pitch noise as well. And I just think it was nice today to come out of the fog at the end of it and see a bit of clarity.
Yeah.
And Chris, just to add on to that, I think none of that. We talked earlier about how Ruud can get through to the players. And it made me think when Kate was talking, what he really needs to do is give them the freedom and give them the confidence to shoot the ball. Like we talked about, when the ball is in our offensive end, let the players shoot. Too many times we would bring the ball back. Today, different story.
How much of it's been belief? How much has been belief?
Give them the confidence, but not just that. Give them the freedom and permission, if you will. Permission to shoot. Go for it. Because then you never know what happens. Even if you don't put it in the back of the net, maybe there's a rebound. But passing it back, what are we going to get out of that?
Yeah. I love, I've said this before, mate. I love the way you say offensive.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. But
hey, don't get all Canadian unless you're American.
Yeah. Do we have subtitles are available? By the way. Look, Jim, that first half, every game, it's not all about going out and dominating. We're not Liverpool. We're not going to go out and dominate games 100% of the time. I mean, Chelsea, it's half time in the Chelsea game against Morecambe. They're only 1-0 up. You know what I mean? So it is about soaking up the pressure. It was just perfect today because we did that, didn't we? We soaked up the pressure. Yes, we let in a couple of goals, but they let in 6. But we were soaking up the pressure, and then going forward, it's about that as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. And we've talked before about the back line solidifying. I think that they had a stretch, if I remember, they had like 4 straight corners. And during that, we had to just hunker down and we had to soak it up, as you put it. And I think we did that. We got through. 2 mistakes led to 2 goals. Could have been a clean sheet, but I do think that we did fight through it. I keep saying it. It's just confidence with this squad. It is just confidence. And the more exhibition and play like we saw today, I think the more confident they'll get.
This is it. It is confidence. And that's the thing about this game. It wasn't just a win. It wasn't just that we scraped through, we avoided the banana skin. We put them to the sword in that second half. We soaked up the pressure and we took that. I'm going to come to you both with this question, but you first, Tom. It's been mentioned, we were saying about, the Villa, the Liverpool, the Man City games. Yes, we lost all 3 of them, which we'd have probably knew we were going to. We knew it was going to be a tough Christmas. And as I've said many times, the performances were good. We weren't literally wipe the floor with anybody. I think Ruud got it right today with his tactics, his team. He was making substitutes at the right time because we've got a game coming up on Wednesday. Are we starting to see the playoff, even without new players coming in? This team is better when you look at the players than where they are in the league. They should be better. Are we starting to see Ruud making the difference, if you like? Are we starting to see that good trend?
I see what you're saying. I tell you what I see in a similar vein of what you're saying, but not entirely the same. And what I'm seeing is Ruud is working out exactly who's going to be here and who isn't. And the players that are going to be here are the ones we are seeing now making progress in this moment, in this QPR game and other games under him. And people like Hamza, with all due respect, not to just pick on Hamza, but he's someone who also hasn't featured today. There's a bit of noise. Every time he hasn't shown that. So I think Danny Ward, I think we've seen this.
You've been knocking Danny Ward, mate.
We nearly got on. We nearly got through his entire stream without mentioning Danny Ward, which in the last few weeks has been remarkable in the circumstances.
Your fault. You mentioned him.
No, but this is my point. This is what Rude's doing. He's feeling it out. He's working it out with the players. And the nice thing is now I'm looking at it going, I can see where we need to bring players in. The noise that's coming out is agreeing with me or what I think we need to be bringing in. So I feel like we're streamlining down the problem now, and we're getting to the core of it, and now we're having a better foundation. So the real question for me, Chris, going forward is going to be, do we have enough? I'm not sure. Will we have enough of a foundation going forward irrelevant of the outcome this year to be better? I think we will, and that's the most important thing now.
Jim, your thoughts on that?
I agree. I mean, let's not forget. Rude had a lot of work to do when he got here. Okay. He can't change it all overnight. We talked, I think it was last post-match, we talked about the topic came up where people put some stats out, where we were under Cooper at this point, where so many matches, where we are now under Rude. I think you have to disregard that to the point that it's a different time, a different need, and they're different managers. Rude has an idea, as Tom said, what he wants to do with the team. He's got a lot of pieces to put in the right place, and I think he's doing it systematically, maybe not soon enough for us fans, all the Leicester fans, but the little things, and we've talked before, Tom, the little things we've seen over those matches, Chris, that you mentioned, the Man City, the Liverpool, and certainly today, the things we're seeing are telling me that he's working these things out. He knows who he wants in what positions. And once he does, he's going to drive them through training ground time after time. So I think we're seeing a systematic way. The only problem is you can look at it from the negative Nelly side and say, well, we're running out of time. I'd like to look at all the positives we see each and every week. And the Palace game will tell us a lot more because this was QPR. We know where they are. Granted, Chris, you're right. They were in better form than a lot of other teams that we played. But I think what Rude is building, we're going to start seeing if it's real starting this week.
Yes. Running out of time, Tom.
Yeah.
Yes, but look, when a new manager comes in, you expect an instant response. Look at Wolves. They had a great response. We had a good response, don't get me wrong. 4 points from West Ham and Brighton, not to be sniffed at. But then look at Southampton. They haven't, if anything, they've gone worse rather than get better. But I think the fact that we changed the manager when we did, it's given him time, like you say, to assess who he needs in the window. Because Moyes, for example, going into Everton, is like, all right, who's good, who's bad, what am I doing here? Do you know what I mean? And
yeah.
Where Rude's had that time, and look, Rude's target still is 17th and plus one goal difference. That is what, over the team of below us. That's his target. And as long as he gets that this season, and then hopefully, obviously, build up on that. Look, and then I say, look, I know it's only QPR, but looking at that, I think Rude's got a plan in there.
I think you're right, Chris. And I think that ultimately we made the right decision, irrelevant of what form we might be in now in this moment with our new manager, who's the oldest new manager of the bunch, right? Which means he's not as hot topic. I still think we made the right move then, which is going to give us the benefit later on down the line when these clubs haven't had these extra few weeks. And I think we're seeing that because we're notoriously slow in transfer windows anyway. But we've actually been linked with someone this week, and it's only the 11th of January, which is quite rare for us. So I'm quite impressed with that as a step forward. And it's someone we probably need, another fullback. So and I think the interesting thing about Rude as a manager and his system is it's a sort of system where as a player it makes you play honestly because it will expose you. It will, but that's part of being a Premier League footballer. That's part of the standard you have to bring to the table nowadays if you want to be playing this game. I joked to Jim at half-time, like, Harry Winks, if you think of the mistakes he's made, I wonder if Saudi Arabia might want to buy him off us for 40 million quid. And that's not to be mean to Winks. I don't really want to sell him because I don't want to lose a player. But for 40 million quid, we could probably go out and get two players who would do probably a little bit more. And that's not to be mean to him, but that's my point. So the nice thing I think about it is that we've got now an honest foundation to build from. And we'll see the honesty in the players, and we're going to work out who's here and doing what. And hopefully, Chris, we need that a little bit more fight, because I don't think we've got the quality ultimately to be any better than 18th. But I think our fight, our desire, Foxes never quit. That's the edge we can have if we can utilise it. And we saw a bit more of that today.
Jim, PSR hanging over us again. I don't know why, to be honest with you. I thought we'd cleared it up before, but that could have been the season before. I lose it all. That could be the spanner in the works, couldn't it?
Yeah, I'm like you. I thought we had cleared it, and now it's rearing its head again. Certainly, and I think Tom said it maybe at the pre-match or halftime or whatever. Somebody I just heard recently said, we cannot afford to be relegated because financially we just can't. So that becomes scary. I mean, I think if Ruud puts the pieces together and gets the team playing well, he could survive. He can get us to 17th and survive. However, if we don't, the thought of relegation, the looming whatever's out there with PSR, financially could be a disaster for the club. But I mean, we don't want to dwell on those negatives unless we see it coming.
Yeah. Again, this is to both of you, Tom first. Look, Potter going to West Ham, I don't think they were particularly. They were on the outside of the getting drawn into the relegation zone. But Everton obviously is the big one. Moyes didn't want to go to a relegation battle, but I think the lure of it being Everton. We know he is a good manager, and I would have wanted Moyes at us as well. But is his experience? Is that going to make a big difference for Everton? Do you think?
I think I think the interesting thing is it was my one worry with Everton was if they go back and get Moyes, because Moyes obviously has got a bit of a Pearson connection with Everton, like we have with Leicester and Pearson. Do you see what I mean? A similar sort of manager made a massive difference to them, took them to European football. I always kind of felt in the stars this was the job that he was going to end up with after West Ham. I just kind of felt like he was going to be given one more opportunity to go back to the start, and he might do something very special. So it is concerning that he's gone there. Because in some ways, as long as Dyche was drawing games and we were still there, it wouldn't be a problem. Let me ask you guys an interesting question. Okay, we won 6-2 today. If you could exchange those 6 goals for 6 points in the Premier League and lose this game, would you just do it now?
Jim?
I would.
Yeah. And this is the point, Chris.
Me as 100%. And
yeah.
Every day twice on Sunday, as they say.
And that sums up the worry, doesn't it? So so I'll say we got to enjoy this today. I just really want to see, like I talked about in the pre-match, about like playing more forward, like El Canouse did today. He's obviously got a few man of the match nominations. Playing more forward. Don't be so afraid about losing the ball up there. Do what Wick Fives did. Get forward. If we're constantly back defending our own goal all the time, we're making it harder for ourselves, and that's why we're getting these really bad results in the last few weeks. So. Please, guys, let's just keep using this energy forward, is all I'm going to say.
Well, this could be something, Tom, this could be something he could work on in training. And all he has to do is show him the film. Look at how you got forward. Look at the results.
I would find them if they weren't passing forward. I would literally be like, mate, I'm going to knock 50 quid every time you don't pass it forward because you're good enough. Turn around and face the right goal. Come on.
Jim, do you think Moyes will be the big difference for Everton?
I think he still has some quality as a manager. Like Tom, I was hoping he didn't go because I want to see Everton go down. I want them in striking distance for us. All we didn't need is an experienced manager that can maybe make them believe with some of the track record and the experience, like the Pearson, as Tom said. I didn't really want him to go there because I didn't want them to have anything that would turn them around. I want them in striking distance. Anybody we can get that we can climb as a ladder, that's what we need. So I don't know. I think his experience may be fruitful for them, but let's hope not.
No. And look, there's something to be said for getting a younger manager in, Martin O'Neill, saying no more. Right, let's go. Performance and man of the match. I will go first. I've agreed with Brad. I've gone 8. I think that was overall because the first half was a little bit but we're still winning. We still won the first half. Individual errors in there, yes, of course there was, but overall we still had to defend, and we did that, and we wore them down the other end. So I've gone for an 8. El Canoes was nearly my man of the match. I think if he'd stayed on the pitch, he may well have got it, but he did go off earlier. But I did love that ball that he played through into absolutely nowhere for Mavididi to run onto. And that was something we saw with Ndidi and Fatawu last season. Fatawu blind pass down, nobody there, and Ndidi would come in, run and get the cross in. Exactly what happened today. It hit the guy's hand, and it was a penalty. But, and I can't believe I'm going to actually say this, you probably know where it's going from that comment for me. I am giving my man of the match to James Justin. He did defensively, he did nothing wrong today. All right, again, you could argue it's only a championship team, blah, blah, whatever. But he did nothing wrong. You can only play who you're out there against, and we'd be absolutely ripping his arm off if he had made a mistake. But look, he scored 2 goals as he did against Arsenal. That second one, I didn't really like to say first one, seeing much about it when it's in the replays. But that second goal was a superbly taken, slotted it home, side-footed. So, yeah, I'm going to give it to James Justin on that. Jim, your performance.
Performance. I had ticketed 7 as I was thinking about it, but kind of to your point, the way we played in the second half, the way we battled all the way through the fog, and the way we
the match of the fog, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to get to the man of the match, but and just the way we played forward, I like as active as we were and the way we played forward. So I would say an 8. An 8, I felt comfortable. It's a win. It gives us something to be excited about. It almost makes me forget about the slip sliding we did in the first half, because you're right. First half was a little topsy-turvy, but we right now are just basking in the excitement of a victory and some exciting play. So, yeah, I want to give it a solid 8.
An 8. And your man of the match?
I had a couple thoughts. Number one, props to Ruud for putting this team on the field, and props to Ruud for the substitutions. The substitutions were perfect, perfect timing, perfect players. They played the style that he saw we should and could and should play against QPR. He rested some of the guys that we didn't need to get hurt. So once again, it could be him. That guy that you kept showing in that Leicester kit, that I don't know, American guy. I don't know if that was a good luck. Oh no, not. I don't know if that was good luck or not, but he's not getting a man of match. El Canoes, I know I'm dragging this out, but El Canoes, he played so smooth. His assists, the link up when it went from Bonanote to Mavididi to El Canoes, and into the final goal by Bonanote, where he flew through the air. He was this close to man of the match. But like you, I need to justify James Justin. I think as bad as we were on him, I think it was good to see him get 2 goals. He's got 2 goals in the scorebook now, and hopefully he can take that forward. So I'd say James Justin.
He's our second highest goal scorer with 4 goals, James Justin.
We got to change that.
Vardy's got 7 now, and James Justin has got 4, equal with Ayew. Tom, I mean, did you? I mean, when I saw we had gone 1-0 up, and I put that up, Tom, I thought that was very, very apt.
The Great Wall of Trump. The Great Wall of Trump. I now know what it feels like to be a Mexican at the border. Is that too much? Sorry, mate. Just stood behind.
You did it.
Behind. I did it.
When is Trump going to invade Canada again? When is that going
to happen? Mate, that Prime Minister resigned over it. It's pretty horrific.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no idea. Let's not get into politics because, to be honest, mate, the world will probably
No.
explode.
That was a rhetorical question. 100%.
Yeah. That's the way politicians answer it.
Yeah, your performance rating, not for Trump. For
the team today, we'll go for a Strictly Come Dancing 7, and I would go for an 8, but they are against a championship team, so I'm knocking a point off for that reason alone. Because I'm sorry to be a bit mean, but I want to look at it this way: 75% glass full, 25% glass empty. We've got Crystal Palace on Wednesday. If we go and draw this 0-0, which is a really Leicester sort of thing to go and do after this, I will not be happy. So please go out there and show some positive stuff on Wednesday as well. Don't just get the pat on the backs today, like it's a job well done, and we've won the Premier League again. So I'll go for a 7, Chris, on that basis.
And your man of the match.
Well, I get the deciding vote by all accounts. I was going to say, because isn't it 2-2 at the moment between Al Kanoose and James Justin between the four of us?
It is. Yeah.
So
you could have the deciding vote here, or you could go for somebody completely different.
He'll say, "Wow, Foss." He'll say, "Foss." I know you will now.
I tell you what, I'll give a nomination for Mr. Fies, yes, but no, it's interesting because I decided on one of the two, and these were my top two myself. So I'm not just doing this to create attention, but in the moment, no, it is one of these two. Anyone who's been in the chat who watched Monday will know who I'm going to go for because I owe him one after Monday. So we've had a complete turnaround. We've gone from 2-0 down to a 3-2 win for James Justin as the man of the match. He was facing his demons early doors in this game, and he did make a couple of little errors early on when we were stuck in deep. But then he kind of went, screw it. I'm just going to go for it. And that's entirely the answer when life's facing you in that way. And he just went for it, let the leash off and went, I've got nothing else to lose. I'm looking as much of an idiot as I already can be. So let's just go for it. So James Justin is the man of the match.
And I think what I like about my attitude and your guys' attitude and everybody, all the presenters that we have in here is, look, we're allowed to criticise. We're allowed to ask questions, despite that guy going mad at me because I dared to ask if maybe Vardy was coming to the end. But they're just questions. They're just questions. Yeah. But we also, as much as we criticise, we give credit out where it's due.
100%. 100%.
You've got to be interesting to see if Justin goes into your top 3 tit awards.
It's a shame we're not doing one this week because it's FA Cup week.
Well, to be honest, I asked that during the watch. I asked that during the show, and I said to people, "What did they want?" Because I wasn't going to. I was going to have the night off. But I just want to talk about Leicester now. All 3, young man. We could do what everybody wanted. I gave them 3 options, and what they wanted was a weekend review still, but obviously only doing the one major game, which will be Leicester, and then just talking about the others. If you're up for that.
If that's what the audience wants, mate, I'm a comedian by trade. I've got to give the audience what they want, so I'll be there.
Give them what they want, exactly.
100%.
Give them what they want. I have to say, on the BBC website, and check it out on Tuesday, because fan reaction this week. I'm gonna have be nice to write for some. In fact, I tell you what, I'm gonna do this once more because I haven't had much opportunity. Because one of the wins against Bournemouth, I was in Australia, so I couldn't do it, and then the other win is the only time I've been able to do it all season. So, just one off.
Yes! 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 Oh, God. I'll have what she's having.
And if Beverly comes in, I'll deny all knowledge.
Thank you. Thank God she's in the other part of the house.
I love it when I do that, and I always do it at different times, and you get people in the chat going, "For fuck's sake,
what the hell?"
Wife's just come in to see what I'm doing.
With the character I play in this, I should be saying like my neighbours are used to it.
Hey, let's just hope we hear it more often going forward, right?
Exactly.
100%.
And if anybody is wondering, of course, it is from When Harry Met Sally, of course.
Oh, classic. Classic.
Although I would like to say that I did record it the other night in my bedroom, but I can't. Just out of interest, so on the BBC website, the fans get a chance to vote. So Leicester fans can vote for their man of the match and give points to every player, and then it's averaged out. And the QPR, the opposition one, does as well. Just to say, and I think this is a bit unfair, to be honest with you. I think the QPR fans have been very, very harsh on their team. 4.84 was the worst. Their best player only got, who was Varane, and I must admit he did play well. Obviously, assisted and got a goal. 5.65. Now with Leicester, our worst player was 6.06, and that was Stolarczyk, which didn't really have much to do, did he? In fairness,
it's harsh when you can't see as a goalkeeper, isn't it?
Well, it is a little bit, isn't it?
I mean, he did very well actually. He was up for one of my man of the matches.
Well, then the substitutes are all down the bottom, which again you would expect. But in third place with 7.44, they gave it to El Canoes. Second place with, I'm dragging this out like you, Jim. In second place with 7.55, it's Bonete. But in first place with a Masuvo 9.2 out of 10, James Justin.
Wow.
Boy, did I sway that in the right direction.
Just means the three of us are brilliant, right?
Exactly.
Hey, I could have thrown us under the bus with the wrong choice there. I could have given us the bronze medal.
Listen, can anyone do an impression of Trump managing Leicester? We've got the American accent with Jim.
I'm not even going there. But I do want to talk about, think about what we just said about our goalkeeper having to play in the fog, okay? Now, Tom was a goalkeeper, and I know Brad, if he's listening, was a goalkeeper. I can't imagine, because you have to watch the ball as it's coming to you. You have to watch players. I don't know how he could see either one of them. I mean, it was tough enough when the cameras could see it, but they got 2 goals on us. Both were defensive lapses in my mind, or weak passes that led into quick goals. I don't know. I think that's a low score for him. I thought him having to pay attention and keep an eye on everybody in the fog was pretty impressive.
True story. I once played in this similar game to this, not obviously at this level, understandably. It was at the school level, but the pitch was completely mud-trodden as well, and there was fog everywhere. I conceded 13 that day, so I'm quite happy we got away with what we did with the 2.
There you go. All right, that was my 2 cents.
That just destroys any credibility you have defending.
I did have a trial for Man United, but you could probably see why I didn't go too well, mate.
Also, to be honest with you, I'm surprised that they didn't sign you up. Because for them, that would have been good.
Honest to God.
All I would say, and it is a very good point. Like I say, at some points, my commentary, you guys will have, well, Jim was watching it, weren't you? I was saying, like, somebody's got the ball on the other side. I don't know if it's a blue or a yellow shirt, but somebody's got it. Wait for it to come over to this side, and I can tell you what's going on. But when they went down to the pitch side cameras for the, the throw-ins and what have you, it did seem clearer at that level, rather than where we were looking at it as a camera looking down. But look, there we are. Look, let's just enjoy it. 6-2. Bring on Palace. That's what I say. Yeah.
I was saying we probably shouldn't try the fog against Fulham at home, because the problem is they play in white, so it'd be like playing the Ghostbusters, wouldn't it? It'd be very difficult.
Yeah, but they couldn't see each other as well, could they?
Oh, this is true, actually. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we should play with this. I think Rude's onto something here with the gas in the stadium.
Yeah.
Sorry, fog, not gas. I guess it's to a darker place, doesn't it? Jesus. Yeah.
Some of these pictures that they've put up on the website, it does look particularly bad. I'm just wondering, are we at home or are we away to Fulham? We're at home to Fulham, so they could wear their away kit. And then we've just got a matter of, so we've got Palace, Fulham, and then away at Tottenham. So it's a bit of a London streak for us, isn't it, really?
Thank God, we've got 3 points coming up in 3 weeks.
I'd take 3 points. Would you, Jim?
Well, if we play like we did today against QPR, just play forwards and not worry about defending, we'll smash Tottenham 4-0 easily. We just don't think about defending.
Looking at. Go on then. Let me ask this question. It's your fault. I was going to let you go then, but you've sent me off down another rabbit hole here. Palace at home, Fulham away, Tottenham away. Sorry, Palace at home, Fulham at home. So we've got 2 home games, and then we've got Tottenham away. A possible 9 points there. How many do you think we'll get, Tom?
5 or 6.
Ooh, okay.
I'm thinking, 5 or 6.
Jim?
We need to.
We should get 4 or 5. It could easily be 6 because what the little things we're seeing as they come into fruition and the confidence and the freedom, if he gives to those players, easily in the 4, 5, 6. Yes. I know I didn't give you a number, but
yeah,
we have no choice after today. They've got to push on for me. There's no choice, otherwise it's done. Like we've got to see 5 or 6 points this week.
Let's hope we're going on that upward trajectory. To me, no reason we can't beat Palace. I think they're the weaker of the 3 teams that we're playing. I would take a point against Fulham because Fulham are a good team, but it depends which Fulham turn up. But look, they absolutely destroyed us at the start of the season. So that's 4 points for me. The question mark for me is Tottenham, and it all depends which Tottenham turn up. We could go out and win that, the way watch some Tottenham performances. But if they turn up, they should, on paper, beat us. So I will agree with you, Jim, 4 or 5, but I'll have a pint of whatever you're drinking, Tom. Right, guys, thank you very, very much. We'll do it all again. Are you free on Wednesday?
Right now I am.
I'm not sure if I am, mate, but hopefully I will be. We'll talk in the next couple of days. I'll work it out.
Yeah. I'll let you know.
Anyway. Yeah, just put Beverly in her place.
Come on now.
You said she was in another part of the house.
I said she was, not now. Sorry. He still loves you.
Chris, this man's been happily married for a very long time. He's succeeded in life better than myself at that. So let's not rag on this, please, and not ruin it for him.
And me as well. He's lasted longer than me. I was
friendly
married
post-match banter.
Yeah, I was married for 25 years, 4 of which were very happy.
God bless you, mate. We've all been there.
Yes. Then we had kids. But guys, thanks very much. Enjoy the weekend. Match of the day tonight. If you're in England, we better be first. Or just very quickly, running through just a few of the other games so that you can see what is going on. We'll run through all today's games. He says, here we go, scores. So, earlier in the day, Birmingham City 2, Lincoln City 1. Bristol City 1, Wolves 2. So Wolves were struggling there. Middlesbrough 0, Blackburn 1. It was on TV earlier, ITV. Liverpool 4. Only 4 Liverpool. Come on, that's playing at it. Accrington Stanley, who? Exactly. Leicester City 6, Queen's Park Rangers 2. Bournemouth 5, West Bromwich Albion 1. Well done, Bournemouth. Great win for them. Brentford 0, Plymouth Argyle 1. You can see Wayne Rooney's been sacked. Chelsea are 1-0 up at half time, and it's finished Chelsea 5, Morecambe 0. Exeter 3, Oxford 1. Norwich 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 4. Nottingham Forest 2, Luton Town 0. And 2 games that are into extra time. Reading is 1, Burnley 2. That could be on the way to penalties, as indeed could Sunderland 1, Stoke City 1. So we've only lost Brentford so far. But look, Tottenham have got to play Tamworth, so there's hope. Hope breeze eternal, whatever they say. Guys, look, I'll let you go now. Have a great weekend. I'll see you all next week in one guise or another.
All right.
Cheers, guys. Thanks, chat.
See you guys.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks very much to Tom, and thanks very much to Jim there. Do follow them. Links are in the description below. Tom, I agree with you. Just seen your message. Thank you very, very much indeed. All I'm going to say is that I'm glad that Tom is no longer hiding in the Nottingham Forest dressing room. I'll leave it at that. I'm saying nothing else. He knows what I mean. I'm going to go and have a bite to eat now. Thanks very much. 6-2. Yes, Don't scratch your eyes. It is really happening. See you guys Monday night. It might be 7, it might be 8, because there might be an FA Cup draw to cover first, in which case we'll do that as a one show. Match of the day tonight, usually about 10:30. See you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Don't do anything I won't enjoy, and I'll see you on the other side. Take care, guys. Good night.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.
And for those of you that want to know, was that Tom? Yes, it was. Bye. He's going to kill me. See you all on Monday.